around him. You know, I'd be like, you know, and even if he did, I wouldn't talk on it because I'm not cut like that. You know, that's not me.
Hey, you're just to let you know you're on my live feed right now. I'm actually going to be starting it up at in a couple of minutes, 12 minutes at 9 o'clock. But I'm just walking around and getting stuff ready right now. Just to let you know.
Put me on live right now.
My live is running. I'm actually not in front of what I think it's at 9 o'clock. But I just like for people to, you know, let Facebook send these little messages out, let people know about you know.
Or whatever, and to make sure they're good hours. Then that way,
Yeah.
I can focus on building my own brand.
Hey, let me tell you something funny. Right, I'm sitting here right now, and hey, good morning, Cornelia. I'm sitting here, and I was just walking around looking for my laptop. Right, the laptop is on the doggone printer, and I'm running around looking like, where's the laptop? Because I'm looking to put it on the desk. Just one of those moments like you looking for your car keys and it's in your hand, you know?
You're looking for your phone and you're talking about
Yeah. Yeah.
You're talking sports.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. So this live is gonna be a great live. You wanna talk in with me also? Because you have something to do with it. Because like I said, we're setting up this whole women's summit. I'm just changing the game. I'm coming to change the game for women. You know, I don't have time for, you know, stuff where people are not with it. They're not about it. It's like, it's just time to go into a different direction. I know that money's attracted to speed. You know,
I guess I can hook my computer up.
Uh-huh.
See what's fun. I just, at home.
Okay, hey guys, it's 8:51 right now. What I'm going to do is I'm really going to break some things down on some things that are about to happen and give, you know, just serving notice, putting things out into the universe. So this would be a great live that you would want to share with your friends, especially women. Oh man. There is an opportunity that's coming together. We're putting together a women's real estate and entrepreneurial summit. It's going to be there's going to be many of them down the line, but this very first one is going to be in Michigan, in a place called Dearborn, right outside of Detroit. And if you are a woman who, you know what, let's talk about Mary. Let's just talk about some of the issues like we were doing. I don't have my pad in front of me, that pad that we used the other day when we headed up to Chicago. But let's just talk about some of the things as a woman that you feel as a woman you're left out on or not being able to hit that ceiling because of just the prejudices. And, you know, let's just talk about that for a second while I'm getting ready, waiting for 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. You know, we both had that our little journey, and
you know what? I gotta put the phone down because I just want to grab my tie. I like my tie. But go ahead, you can talk. I'm gonna just run to the thing right now. You're talking to the ladies.
we we were talking about women in general, and some areas in which we're left out in, as well as why women stay in abusive relationships and things like that. And as a man, because we could always say that I just speak on where women still left out in. And I tell you, as far as my job goes, I'm in a claim adjuster, and I've been doing this job for 13 years. And you know how you're not getting paid the same pay as your counterpart? You just, the men, especially men. I started this one job, and I know for a fact that when I started, although I got a pay raise on this job at this company, it wasn't the same as this one guy who, although he said he had experience and he's been doing the job probably a little bit longer than me, but he didn't know what I knew. He didn't have the same experience that I had. He had it in a different area, but it wasn't in the area in which they needed the person to serve. And he was making maybe $15,000, $20,000 more than me. And it was kind of shocking when I found that out, because he was coming to me for answers. He didn't have any of the answers that he didn't have qualifications, the same qualifications that I had. He didn't have the same value that I had. And he was coming to me, and it got to a point where he realized how much he was coming to me, and he started asking me questions. And of course, he sunk, he failed. And I was willing to share my knowledge with him, but I just knew that he didn't have the same qualifications that I did, but he was making way more than me. And he was insulted because he told me that's the less he had ever made. Needless to say, he didn't last on that job, So I feel like women, and we all know, we don't get paid the same as our male counterparts. And that's one of the issues that I know is near and dear to a lot of women. And I remember, and I'm trying to think of the name, when the president signed off on this one bill saying, hey, you got to pay women just as much as you pay men. I think the last name is Better, but the Better Act or something like that. So I think that the president, he set a precedent for women and men to make the same amount of money, especially when you have a very successful wife like he did, And but it's in that area in all aspects of our life. I think women are looked down upon. We're not as great. And I will even go back to being the president of the United States. I have a lot of successful women was like, would you trust a woman to rule a country that's like America? And I firmly believe that it didn't have really too much to do with Russian ties. It was just that he was a male, and a lot of people who you think would never have voted for Trump in the normal instances if he was running against a male, because he was running against a woman. I think that's a lot of reasons to watch you off.
Yeah.
A lot of women went against the woman.
All right. Yeah. But hold on. Let's. I just want to redirect. I just want to take a second to say good morning to everybody over here that I see. Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Cornelia. Basically, guys, what's going on is, as the title says, women's empowerment. One of the things that my mentor, Mr. Alan Schwab, was very, very into was the empowerment of women. I had the opportunity to see this man do some great works for women. And it was something that, because of my upbringing, because of always wanting to see my mother be that powerful, successful woman, it was something that has always just been near and dear to my heart. So I've been able to go out and do some pretty good things in life. And now I'm just at the point where it's not even about me. I want you to understand that this would be a great, ladies, seriously, this would be a great live to share right here, because I'm giving something back. I'm really giving something back that I seen it done on smaller scales, but I saw what my mentor, Mr. Schwab, did to give back. And what he did is he invested in women. he actually would help raise funding, give money to women to go forward with their businesses. And I watched him do that in Orlando. And what I want to do is I want to do it on a nationwide scale. I want to take it, I want to do it on a global scale, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it all starts with a woman. Men, the very first woman that we're supposed to fall in love with is our mother. And due to different reasons, a lot of men don't love their mother, or they have a hatred towards their mother, which then translates into or filters itself out into having a problem with women, period. And so women are picking up. And I was even a part of that. I'm a poster child, right? But I know my mind is somewhere different now. Women end up picking up not only their luggage, but that man's luggage also. But here's the thing. We're taught in religion that the man is the head and that you're supposed to submit to this man who's the head. And I hear so many times, spoken to women who were doing just that. And they built their life on it. And I watched my mother do it. This is why it's so important to me. I watched my own mother do it. And then to see her go through divorce, to see her never, ever, ever recover from it, and just fall back on, I have everything because I have Jesus. Nothing in the physical, everything metaphysical. I want to do something to change that for women. I want to be a part of changing that whole philosophy, start a whole paradigm shift, to changing that, to show women, listen, really? You run things. Really? You can run that business. Really? He won't let you can't move because you don't control the finances. Tell you something that was very, very smart. And ladies, you might know what I'm talking about. This is something that I thought was like, if I was a woman, I would be this lady right here. I'm going to tell you, a lady that I admire. I've never met her before, but I admire her. She happened to be a basketball wife, one of the basketball stars' wives. And her name, now I'm going to tell you the story first, then I'm going to tell you. Somebody tell me if they can guess who I'm talking about, all right? Tell me this, once again, ladies. Yes. This will be a time to actually share this right here, because this really is all about the women, and the way that I'm going to curve the way that I'm doing in life and in business. It's about empowering women. That's what this summit is all about. This conference out in Michigan in Detroit is all about this. My mother is going to be there, the one that you've heard me tell the stories about. I've invited my mother. She's going to be there as well. This story, see, I tell bits and pieces of the story, but you're going to see so much inspiration, change, and hope over the course of this conference. And also on top of that, walk away with a plan that you can start executing as soon as you get home and know that it works. You're going to leave with everything that you need. So with that being said, the lady that I admire the most is, she was married to a superstar basketball player. And you know what happens, you got the athletes or the preachers or whoever on the road, right? They're going to do what they do. And he was out living his life. Well, he had control of the pocketbook. He controlled the finances. And as he was doing his thing, he was buying apartment buildings. He was buying, what does he own? I think he owns like franchises of Wendy's. He's got all these different franchises. And she knew what he was doing. She's confronted him and confronted the women. But she finally woke up and she said this. She said, okay, you're doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking little portions of the money and doing my own investments. I'm not going to sit around and wait for you to leave me. I'm not going to sit around and wait for you to decide that you don't want me anymore. I'm not going to sit up here having 4 and 5 of your children and then you leave me to the curb and kick me to the curb. You see, ladies, we got to wisen up. You have to wisen up. You got to start to think like a bank. Now, the young lady that I'm talking about went on to create her own series on television called Basketball Wives. Her name is Shawnee O'Neal. Shawnee O'Neal was married to Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was out doing his thing, and he thought because he controlled the wallet. Now, if she wasn't smart, if she just said, okay, and the thing is, she's smart. She has a background in marketing and business. She went to college. And listen, I just say this to say that I have a lot of women friends, and I've watched so many talented, focused, loyal women get involved, get married, have kids, give up your life for a man who, because he's running everything, believes that he runs you. Well, I'm going to help change that game. I'm going to become a part of the largest women's empowerment for real estate and entrepreneur in the world. That's my vision. That's my vision. We're going to set up chapters around this country, just like, the NAACP would or anything like that. I'm going to have women that have come through my Lyceum, higher education for women, for teaching you the entrepreneurial skills in business and advertising. I'm talking about the shortcut. You don't got to go to Harvard. You don't got to go to Yale. If you do that, that's great. Typically, though, that's more or less for just people that you can meet for your network. But when you talk about being able to transform your life, to start the transformation, because it's all a journey, right? It's all a journey. To be able to start that transformation, to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You see, ladies, because I'm going to tell you right now, what if you knew how to master the art of negotiation like I do? What if you knew how to pick up properties for pennies on the dollar like I do? What if you knew that how to build a network of people who have money, but you had the wisdom, you had the knowledge on how to get what they want? You see, because at the end of the day, the way that you make money, ladies, you just got to find out where it's going. See, it's not a lack of money in this world. It may be a lack of money in your pocket. It may be a lack of money in your bank account, but it's not a lack of money in this world. So what I've learned how to do, my mentor taught me, was to find out where the flow of money's going and stand in front of it. Find out where the flow of money is going and stand in front of it. So now you got to learn how to add value to the marketplace. You see, you're valuable in the home. You're valuable as a mother. But I want you to be valuable in the marketplace. I want you to be able to command top salary. You see, and why am I doing this again? Because I watch my own mother. If I never would have got out and started making money, I would probably still be living at home in my mother's basement because nobody else came and taught me. And I didn't even know, honestly, I didn't even know what an SAT test was to get into college when I was in high school. I'm telling you that I was the first person in my family to own a home. Can you imagine that? I was the first person in my family to own a home. And after I did it, it motivated other people. It's almost like the guy who, before they ran the 4-minute mile, everybody was saying, well, that's impossible. You can't run. Nobody can run a 4-minute mile. And let me tell you this, with anything that you want in life, yes, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't let nobody put their self-imposed and self-limiting defeats on you because they can't do something. Let me tell you something. Nobody has done it before until somebody does it. So the people that are telling you these things, it may be a man, it may be a woman, maybe whoever's trying to keep you down, hold you down, stop and lock you outside of your dreams and tell you that you can't do this because you have children, you don't have enough money, you got fat, blah, 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 blah. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. There's somebody that cares right here that watched my own mother go through that. My own mother went through that, and that's why I push so hard. That's why I go so hard in life, because I think about my mother that I hadn't spoke to in years until certain things in my life happened, right? And now me and my mother are talking on the phone every single day. She's telling me how proud she is of me. I'm inviting her out to this conference. I'm going to be giving scholarships away to this conference. I want to hear your stories, your amazing stories. I want 10 or 12 of you to write and help me with a book that we can sell. I want to show you multiple streams of income. I want to show you that if you're in a relationship with someone and you can't leave because you don't have the money, you don't know what to do, you don't have the education, damn all that. We're going to change that. We're going to change that. We're going to use real estate, and we're going to use business principles to show you how to get to that point. Mary, I just want to come back to you right now as a woman. You listening to this? What do you feel? What goes through your heart and your mind when you hear this?
I feel like we as women, we always looking for. I know I have. We all have friends.
Let's just talk about you. Let's just talk about you personally.
Me?
Yeah.
When I hear it, we all have it. As a woman, I've had life experiences like everyone else. And to hear, and I told you this before, to hear a guy that just gets it, it's very empowering and enlightening. Because and I revert back to our trip, you actually wanted to know about what's going on with us. We as women, and I come across it a lot, and we've talked about it, how we're jealous of each other. Not me, because I want the best for everybody. But a lot of times we say things to each other, but then we don't actually feel it, or we may feel it at that moment in time, but then it changed because that person is doing better, or the relationship becomes different. But I think when a guy is on your team, like I told you, you influence people because you're a man, because they feel like you don't have ulterior motives, because you are a man, you think run with, and you give another perspective on the fact that all men aren't alike. Because some women, we think that this man is being a man, And I want to touch on what you said about the church. A few years ago, I started going back to church pretty regularly, actually every Sunday. And when you said that you're taught to be submissive, you're taught to be a certain way, that wasn't me. I was not the submissive type. I was not the, the man brings home the money type of person. I was always doing my own thing. So I figured the reason that I didn't have a man was because I was too strong. So I tried to be that submissive, that one that, hey, also if I work, I was home for dinner, I take care of the house, the last relationship that I was in. And that guy, it was kind of fun because then he started thinking I was weak. When I was just doing the church, then I should do. He started thinking that I was weak. And I'm like, oh, man. And then, but keep in mind, I was this strong woman, so it was like, I felt like I didn't give him enough responsibility. Like, he would say, well, you never asked me for anything. You just do it, you just do it. So when I became that person that he wanted, or what I thought that he wanted, he started perceiving that I was weak. And then he started wanting something different. So, of course, he didn't know what he wanted. But then it's like, well, you're becoming dependent on me. You expect me to do everything. Not that he was physically abusive at all. He just became mentally abusive. So it kind of messed up my sight. Because I'm like, either you want it one way or the other. And then the church teaches you one way. So you don't really know how to be, So it becomes a cycle as far as relationships go. So I'm like, okay, now what do I supposed to be? Do I supposed to be independent on it, or do I supposed to be this weak submissive? Not And that's where I'm coming back into. I let that relationship dictate a lot. And that's where my perspective is. So now I'm becoming that woman that I was because there was nothing wrong with her.
Yeah. And those are some interesting concepts that you just, not concepts, but points that you just made. And at the end of the day, when I think of women, I think of my mother first. Think about the childhood that I had. I think of her beliefs in church, which even as we've been speaking for the last week now, I think, right? I told you like this week, the last week we started back talking, which meant I had to become a bigger person and reach out to her because I've been waiting on God to work it out, right? You wait on God. This is the stuff that you're taught. This is that church philosophy, right? And at the end of the day, just like with anything in life, we have to get up and we have to make the first move. Can't sit back just waiting. So once again, my billionaire mentor, Mr. Schwab, not only taught me real estate, not only did he teach me how to go out and do get the films, raise the money for funding and Hollywood motion pictures, independent pictures, taught me about direct to DVD movies, how to get the rights and control everything. That's something that I have that's working now. We just set up the film company. I told you guys that stuff before, right? Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? What's up? What's up, buddy? And I want to see other people win so bad. I know that the importance of a woman in the house. A lot of times they say, yeah, you got to have a strong man in there. But you know what? Especially in the black community, do you know who's raising that child? Without child support, without physical support, it's that woman. It's my mother. Regardless of what happened and how it happened, she's still there. I wish it could have been in a different way, but it is what it is. So I'm determined now to take my knowledge and my wisdom to set up a whole coalition, empowerment network for women. And I'm going to help women run businesses. Not just run businesses, but rule businesses. Right? With the same skill set as a man, as far as negotiations. A lot of women, they lose in business because of your heart, because of your nurturing. That was instilled in you to take care of your children, and now you try to take that over to the business side, and it doesn't work, and it causes you to lose. I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but it's going to take a whole lot longer than if you had the skills and understood how to separate your personal feelings from business. And so that's what's going on here in September in Detroit. Now, just want to go to the left a little bit. Then I'm going to come back to the women. I had the opportunity yesterday to talk to an amazing woman. I don't know if you're here, Natalie, but I'm talking about you. Just listening to her and looking and through her Facebook page and seeing different things. Just seeing a strong woman who, got a license in real estate and owns some businesses and cultivated relationships. Now, I'm going to bring her into my circle, and we're going to do some other things. We're going to see one of the things that Mr. Schwab told me. He said, in order to get wealthy, and we determined what the difference between wealth and rich was now, right? In order to get wealthy, you have to help other people get rich. And for those that are just so indoctrinated into what thus the Bible says, or this divine, word of God, which we know has been changed around. But for people that are following that, I have this amazing ability to take those scriptures, because that's what I grew up in, to take those scriptures and show you how to translate them into real life. Show you how to translate them into passion, purpose, business, dream, and green. That's my gift. So I'm going to work with women who, now remember, I'm still the real estate guy. So I know how to get the land. I know how to get the buildings. I know how to get the funding. And I'm going to teach you women that come out to the conference. Maybe we'll even have some special guests in there. But if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you know that there has to be a better way, if you have been in the workforce and you know that there's a real low ceiling on you, I'm going to teach you something coming in September at the Women's Real Estate and Entrepreneur Conference. 3 days with me. 3 days. I'm going to teach you about sales, advertising, marketing, business, real estate. It's not, and after those 3 days, I'm going to give you, you're going to leave out of there with the tool set to be able to do this. And we're going to set up chapters throughout the United States. We'll be in different cities, just like the NAACP has the chapters anywhere you go. We're going to have chapters anywhere you go. And I promise you, with everything inside of me, that if you follow these things that I've done and things that I haven't done yet, you'll know how to own the land. And you hear me say all the time. You hear me say all the time. I say it like this. The man who owns the land owns the people on the land. But now I'm going to switch it up to say this. The woman that owns the land owns the people on the land. Let me tell you something. There's going to be a ton. I already see the end. I see the end. There's going to be a ton of women who are going to get up on my stages. Remember, I do seminars. Still 50 of them going on. There's going to be women, I want to hear your story. I want to know. This will be a great time to share this live. Every woman should be sharing this live. Every man that cares about a woman should be sharing this live. You see, here's the thing that I know also. Like, I'm the type of person that whenever there's something of value, I don't care who's doing it. If it's valuable and I believe in it, I'm all on top of it. Forget personal feelings. Forget all of that. If you can train now, if I was showing you some kids fighting, knocking each other out, that is viral. If I show you anything about religion, something that you don't believe in or don't agree in, it's viral. But I'm talking about tapping into the mother of birth to give that woman who may have been a victim of child abuse like myself, not a woman though, spousal abuse. Not just talking about physical, talking about mental also, which to me is way more powerful than the physical. You see, because my scars, I can remember now, like right here, I can remember going to school with this eye shut, like welded back in, like when I was coming up in the 80s. We got beatings with extension cords. No timeouts. The neighbors didn't call 911. You just got your ass whipped. And it was your fault if you jumped. It was your fault if you jumped and moved and that extension cord went across your face. Now I can tell you plenty of days I've went to school with whelps all over me with blood coming out of me from the person that I'm supposed to be my first love, and also in the name of Jesus. If you've been in those situations, if you're in a situation right now and you're a victim of abuse, you don't have money to leave. You have the kids there. That's all you know. You don't have skills. I'm going to be teaching those skills. I'm going to be showing you the very things that I've done to go from a project called Southfield Village. Southfield Village. Stamford, Connecticut. They tore it down. 3 people that I know was on America's Most Wanted from my project. Listen, at the end of the day, it's time to put down the ego. It's time to stop talking about people because they don't believe the same thing that you believe. They don't do it the same way that you do it, or in a time, manner, and frame that you think it should be done. I'm coming to create change in this world. Also, let you know, I've been awakened. Also, I'm awakened mentally, spiritually. And I know something. I just had this conversation with my mother. Yesterday. The woman who tormented me all my life. The woman that I was going to kill. I plotted her murder. I seen another guy. Same thing, was going through the same abuse I did. He killed his mother. I mapped it out. It was going to be a fire, an accidental fire. But, you know, some people, these religious people, oh, that's the devil. No, I don't believe so. Because I believe in one universal mind. And I believe that all things work together for the good. You see, so I got to that point, didn't go through with it, but I couldn't take it anymore. So I didn't do it. I went out, bounced around, boys home to boys home. Got into the street life, selling drugs, womanizing, all that stuff. Hated women. Hating them. My way of getting back. Something I'm not even going to speak about right now. But today, I would never have imagined that I would be the person that initiated the phone call. And I got a lot of stuff going on too. I could easily say, well, I don't have time to spark the relationship with, because at the end of the day, ladies, and I want you to understand this about men. When they're freaking out on you, you got to always, even before you get in these relationships, like find out what their relationship is with their mother. Tells you a lot. Find out if that man wants a relationship with his mother. Because I can tell you right off the rip that that relationship that he has with his mother is going to come relay right over to you. If you're a woman who doesn't have access of the finances, you see, remember I told you about Shawnee O'Neal? Shawnee was taking little bits of money out of Shaq's bank account. And she went and started buying investment properties. She knew what he was doing out there. She went and said, okay, I'm not going to be that woman that has nothing at the end of this relationship. And I want you ladies to think like that. Think like a bank. Get into real estate. Learn the game. Build a portfolio. So what Shawnee did is, when they were going through the court, allegedly, Shaq shut off her money. Tried to, or thought he did. Little did he know that she had a ton of investment properties that had income coming in that was in her name only. Her name only. That's smart. So, let me do a little bit of shift, and I'm going to tell you about what this call is about. I've been teaching people the real estate game for a long time now. Some people have come and done something with it. Some people have not. And, I just believe the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So you have those people that will just bounce around from place to place, thing to thing, don't do what they say they want. So I'll always have the teachings going on in some capacity, always advertise in some capacity. And when I'm talking, listen to what I'm saying that I do. Listen to what I'm saying that I've done. Because success leaves clues, and I'm telling you what to do. So I set up the advertising company. I set up the publishing company. Set up the closeout company. That's where I was buying properties from Macy's and Nordstrom and all of these for pennies on the dollar and reselling them. Made a ton of money doing it. But what I'm looking to do now is I'm looking for 5 people now, because I just brought someone on yesterday. I'm going to personally interview. You see, even here on Facebook, when we talk about real estate side, and that's what I'm talking about right now, there's so many people out here that are pretending to be these investors. Okay. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to find buyers. They don't know how to market to sellers. And they're asking a bunch of other people that don't know how to do it either. Everybody's going to seminars. Everybody's in Bigger Pockets. Everybody's in creative real estate investing online. Everybody's come back and going to tell you some seminar script stuff. Let me tell you what I'm doing. What I've always done is different than what everybody else does. I am in Detroit, Michigan right now. I fly back and forth from Florida to Georgia to here to Connecticut. Soon now, Tennessee. I got somebody out. Tennessee, Charlotte. I got a guy out in Charlotte. I was looking for 6, but I just got one person who filled the slot. I'm looking for 5 partners that want to follow my lead. Not 5 students, not 5 proteges, 5 people who know the game. 5 people who have experience. 5 people who have bought or sold properties. 5 people that have connections. 5 people that have their companies already set up. It's not no beginner thing. It's some real player shit. Because what we have access to here in Detroit is unbelievable. And you guys who don't know, you're sleeping on one of the biggest fortune-making opportunities of your life. So if you want to keep playing follow the follower, because you don't know what's real and what's not. If you want to keep following the follower, do that. But for the people that can hear, please hear me clearly. I'm looking for 5 people that have something to bring to the table. Cash or credit. Relationship, MLS. You have to be in a position for this. I'm not trying to teach you nothing here. I'm going to take my 15 years and do what I've been doing here in Detroit, but now it's getting warm out. So I'm ready to get busy. Right? I'm ready to get busy. I'm looking for some people that are ready to take off their coat, take off their jacket. When I show you where this opportunity is to become a part of it, just 6 of us. Well, 7 of us. I'll be the 7th. What I'll be doing is putting together real estate syndicates. I am already a partner with the city of Detroit, my entity. What does that mean? It means that even at the cheapest price, I can still get it cheaper. It means that I can come in and buy bundles and bundles and bundles of properties from the city. It means that I can get them for $1, and it means that I can get them for $100. It means that I can tap into the economic and community development where all of the funding is, all of the money to fix up the properties. It means that I can bring people on my payroll and pay them from the money that's coming from the government. It means that I can show you how to strike gold like that. Now, why do I need other people? Well, if you know anything about real estate, it's about leverage. Somebody know what I'm talking about. It's all about leverage. Real estate. Even Donald Trump does not use his money. I'm bringing the knowledge. I'm bringing the wisdom. And I've set up the groundwork. So, I'm going to use my nonprofit real estate development company to set up in different cities and states around the country to go in and to duplicate this process over and over and over again. Mr. Schwab said, you want to get wealthy? I'm not talking about $1 million. Been there, done that. You want to get wealthy? I want to be the guy that can sign Shaquille, well, whoever, LeBron James check, Dan Gilbert. That's where I'm going now. If you can tap into this vision, I need 5 more people. 5 more people. When these entities are set up around the country, we can go in and get the money. It's millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars that are sitting there. And I'm watching, I've looked up the reports and I've looked up the records, and I see the churches that are getting them, that are getting that money, the ones that know. The ones that know are getting it. I see the nonprofit organizations that are getting the money. The ones that know are getting it. That's another thing, ladies. When you come out to this conference that we're going to have in Detroit, I'm going to show you where that money is. I'm going to help you set up your nonprofit organization. That's all you need is a nonprofit. I don't get why churches don't do, well, I know why. Because they don't know. They don't know. It's funny because they know they have all this wisdom. God's telling them everything, but they're broke. He didn't tell them that part. He left that one out on the memo. And that's okay. That's okay. All I can do is be real, guys. All I can do is be real. And people's like, man, you're so hard with it. Well, I'm not hard with it. I just protect my boundaries. But the people that I let inside, damn, I tell you, the people I let inside, give them the world. I'm that real ride or die guy. Take a bullet for you if I love you. So we're going to set up these entities. What are we going to do? We're going to buy apartment buildings. We're going to buy some single families, multifamilies, and we're going to convert them into assisted living facilities, privatized. If you know anything about assisted living, or how about this? If you don't, Google it. Speaking to the person that is going to be coming in with me as well. Actually going to fly out and see her. She's going to fly up here to see me too. She already knew the money that's in it. You see, this is what I'm saying. I don't get time to teach somebody. I need for people that know what I'm talking about. See, I'm not wired for little money. I don't want to be around people that are wired for little money. I just believe if you're going to put your energy into anything, do it big. Be the best. That's what I believe. So if you don't know, real quick, you're talking about $4,000 per bed from assisted living facilities. That means you have a single family home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I'd advise you to make it 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. It's worth it. Because now you have 3 different rooms, 3 different private bathrooms. You can get at least minimum $4,000 a month for each bed. So now we're buying houses for pennies on the dollar, converting them to assisted living, getting $4,000 a month per bedroom. So now that same single family home that you might rent out for $800, maybe you rent it out depending on the place of the city, country that you're in. Maybe you get $1,200, maybe you get $1,500, maybe you get $2,000 a month for it. Who knows? But I'm saying, why go through all of that work, rehabbing it, rehabbers out there? Why go all through all that work? We can get $4,000 a month per bed. Now, that same house brings in $12,000 a month. And if one of the bedrooms are not occupied, $8,000 a month. If only one's occupied, $4,000 a month. How many times do you want to do this with me? I'm telling you now that you're not in a bad economy. I'm telling you that if you believe that you're in a bad economy, it's because of your mind. I'm telling you that you can make money in any economy. And I'm telling you that the worse off the economy is, the more money you should be making. Because there's more opportunities. There's more people walking away. There's more foreclosures. That's just one of the things. How about farmland? How about agriculture? How about I'm investing, I'm getting ready to take over after this deal is done here, getting ready to take over another deal on 150 acres of land in Mississippi, which already has a tenant who's not really paying the rent. The person doesn't know what to do. He has a soft heart or whatever the case may be. But the tenant on a portion of his land last year made $1.4 million by selling his wheat, selling his grain, selling his rice. Now, I knew about agricultural stuff, but it wasn't on the top of my head. You see, because one thing always leads to another in life. And it's all a journey for us, all different levels. So what I found out, I said, well, how did you know, sir, that the tenant that you brought in who's not paying you your $2,000 a month, how did you know that he made $1.4 million last year? How would you know that, sir? He said, I called the Department of Agriculture. And they sent me over the paperwork as the landowner and showed me what he made. Farming, $1.4 million on 50 acres of land. So they got my attention. I'm going to become a billionaire. I got 3 years. I'm on the clock. I need to be inside of different projects. I need to have people close to me that I trust. Understand? I need to have people next to me that I trust, because I'm going to show you, you're going to work with me by flipping properties from this entity to this entity, picking up 50 grand. From this entity to this entity, picking up 100 grand. From this entity, and we're going to spin it all around. Then we're going to take the house that other people think is over leveraged, and we're going to sell it off on owner financing. We're going to create our own mortgages, think like a bank. And I'm going to ride into the sunset. Everybody in my family will be taken care of. I will leave a legacy for my children's 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 children's. Think about Walt Disney. He got the land. When you own the land, you own the people on the land, but you can do what you want to do to a degree. But if you got a team around you that all know real estate, that have relationships with the cities, sit in on the zoning meetings, planning meetings. You see, there's a whole another level of real estate that you have no clue of, most of you. And I'm one of the few guys that's willing to share it with 6 people now. I'm sorry, 5. One of the slots is filled. Well, how does that work, Cecil? Well, great question. I'm glad you asked. What we do is we set up limited partnerships. The people that are in on the investments are in on that company. Each partnership has its own entity. How many do you want to get on with? You see, for those of you who come from the community that I come from, my question is, in the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, how much have you spent on your big screen TVs? When you get that income tax check, how much are you spending on those True Religion jeans? How much are you spending on them Jordans? How much are you just buying new TV after new TV after new TV? How about a better question? How's your portfolio look? What would it sound like if you and I had a net worth conversation? Net worth. Do you have good credit? Do you have cash? Do you have wisdom? Because even if you don't have the credit or the cash, the wisdom will always bring the credit and the cash. Let me say who this is not for first. This is not for anyone who is a newbie. What do I mean? Well, if you have no experience, never bought a house, don't own your own house, don't know the difference between a house and a garage, have some separate training for that if you want to learn the game. But what I'm talking about is domination in Detroit and across the country. This is not for the fake, wannabe, Facebook speculators. It's not for the guy that wants to talk theory. It's not for the guy that's read 1 million books, but it's never done nothing. This is not for the guy who says, I don't know if that'll work here. This is not for the guy that says, well, this is a bad market right now. You make a fortune in a bad market. You get rich in a good market. You get wealthy in a great market. This is when you do it. Do you understand that? This is when you do it. Got to do the opposite. Warren Buffett says, when others are fearful, you be greedy. When others are greedy, then you be fearful. You have to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing to create an empire for your family. We're not watching it. I don't watch it. I build them. And I'm looking for people that are looking for me that want to build an empire. Maybe you're a nonprofit organization. Well, we could do some stuff. Maybe you have a following of people. See, so many of us don't know how to tap into our God-given gifts. We want to talk about it. And here's the thing. The people that don't know about it want to talk about it with the people that know about it. This is what social media has allowed you to do, to make everybody think that they're on the same level, think that they're peers in an industry that you need to be an expert in to make it happen. Yeah, you can dabble and dibble, and it's a hobby, real estate, and it's a hobby, and you'll make some money here and there. But I'm on a different level. Please know that. And I'm looking for people who are looking for me. All right? Right? I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Now, let me say this. You may not recognize this, but I'm telling you, you're looking at the realest live you've ever seen. You're looking at an opportunity to create a legacy for your family, and you still might not know this. This is not for someone that doesn't have an LLC or shit, doesn't even know what LLC stands for. This is not for people who have no idea how to make money. That's why I'm going to talk to you personally. 5 slots left. This is not for people that want to run their mouths. Because I'm going to show you some stuff. We're going to do some stuff that you have to know the rules on how to do them. I'm going to show some stuff that maybe some of these gurus knows, but they'll never, ever tell you. No fluff, no magic beans, no smoke screens. I'm going to be the guy that comes to your city, fixes up your properties to give you a place to live, my team. That's who I am. The guy behind the scenes. I'm not the guy that stands out in the rain and carries the sign and protests. Yeah, I feel your pain. But I'm the guy that sits back and calls the mayor and says, look out your window. You see my people out there? They pissed off right now. What you gonna do? What does it take to make this happen? How much money? Because at the end of the day, you can pray all you want. Somebody's got to write a check. Somebody's got to write a check. And if you're not in that position to do that now, it's imperative that you learn. You see, because it's so easy to play the victim, sit around talking about what somebody else should do, what they shouldn't do, trying to run their life, tell them how to think, and you're not doing nothing. But talking about the devil messing with you. If that's what you believe, well, why should he mess with you and you ain't doing nothing anyway? Why would he mess around with some people that are doing some things for some change? Let me tell you now who this is for. This opportunity is for action takers, number one. People who are going to do it big. People who want to do it big. People that understand about contribution. People who understand that it's not just about handouts. People that understand that it's not just better to be in a position, it's better to give than to receive. Oh, hell no. It's better to be in a position to give. And I want to put you in a position to give, a position to take care of your family, a position to make difference and change in this world, not just talk about it. It's for people with real estate experience. You've had to purchase something before. You had to know what it's like to purchase something before. You had to be inside of a transaction that somebody purchased something before. So that may be your real estate agent. Maybe you're a real estate broker. Maybe you're a mortgage broker. You're in the process. I'm telling you, if you bring in value to the table, and we'll only find that out on a conversation. Just 5 people. 5 people. And then I'm going to go away behind the scenes, work with the people who are in my newsletters, work with the people who have done those things that I've pretty much said, here's the opportunity, take advantage of it. But that stuff will be automated. And I'll pop in and pop out, and maybe you hear me talking on the phone with the city director, telling me where the millions of dollars are and how I'm going to get it and what name I'm going to use for the company to get the check in. Then we're going to go out. We're going to remodel these places. Guys, are you sleeping on Detroit? Somebody told me, my mother said to me, your brother told me that Detroit is this poor dump and there's nothing there. Number one, I said, Mom, does Larry live here? He said, no. I said, okay. I said, I've been here for some months now. I've been sitting in the community meetings. I've been tapping into the city officials. And I've walked the land. You see, so many people are going to talk to you and tell you stuff about something that they've never done, they've never seen, they've never walked the land, and you believe them. Sort of like some other myths and legends that you believe without proof. going to open up the lines in a minute. All right? And let me just finish this off. Let me tell you something. Detroit is the area that will allow you to get a property for as low as $1,000. Put a little bit of work in it, maybe put a furnace in it, maybe put some hot water heater in it, and then turn around and sell it for $60,000, $80,000. And if you know some more stuff like I know, you'll end up making the same $60,000 property. I show you how to turn it into $180,000. Triple it by thinking like a bank, using owner financing, setting up your financing terms and handing it off to somebody else. So that you're not the landlord, guys. You got to feel me. You got to understand where I'm coming from. This game is not about being a landlord. So there's a lot of you guys, well, I tried that real estate before and it doesn't work. Really? Really? You tried it on the lowest level possible. You didn't stick with it. Some tenant messed up your house. You went through eviction and you quit, went back to your job and said real estate don't work. Well, I haven't had a job in 11 years and I'm here to say real estate does work. I'm here to say, to me, it's the best vehicle for creating wealth that allows you to get into it without using a penny of your own money if you will just learn how to do it. Good thing I teach it too, huh? I teach it and then I do it. Got to know the difference between somebody who read a book and just teaching it online. You don't have personal access to them. This is for networkers, people who understand how to get access to money, credit, people who are unselfish. People who can afford to invest in long-term deals that is going to create hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, multiple millions. People who may even have experience in assisted living. There's a lot of you who are nurses out there and you know what assisted living does. I don't have to tell you, you know the money that's there. How many nurses do we have out there? How many people who work in the hospital, privatized care? How many people would like to come work with my organization in assisted living around the country? I'm also getting my real estate license in Detroit. I have it in Florida. We're going to get it in Detroit, in Michigan also. So I'm going to have access not only to the stuff that only investors want, but what's on HUD sites also. And when I show you how to set yourself up correctly, I show you how to turn HUD into a gold mine for you. And line up a bunch of people with cash. You won't be on Facebook in a group talking about, are there any cash buyers in Nashville? Yeah, they're there. They're in Charlotte. They're in San Diego. They're in Dallas. They're in Detroit. They're all over the place. You guys are letting so much fluff and junk get and clutter your mind. You're not even thinking. We have some business needs. I want to bring in attorneys, corporate attorneys, business attorneys in different states also. So if you happen to be an attorney, let's talk. Got some stuff I'm bringing. CPAs, programmers, IT people. Guys, I don't have time to play. And I'm not living life in the slow lane. I'm all the way in the left lane because I know where I'm going. See, a lot of you are afraid to speed because you don't know where you're supposed to get off, or you're looking for an exit to quit at. You're looking for an exit to stop for. I'm telling you that there's no stopping. It's like I'm in a doggone Prius and I filled it up and I'm going from New York to Virginia without stopping, going down. I got radars, I got detectors, I got everything I need. I got 15 years of experience. I've been taught by a billionaire. There's nothing that's going to stop me. Do you want to be on a team like that? Do you want to be on a team with the guy who's already made all the mistakes? And now he knows what to do. Don't go behind door number 1 because there's a firing squad back there. Don't go behind door number 2 because they're going to guillotine you over there. Go behind door number 4 because that is the direct path. The direct path. That's why we need mentors in our lives. So with that being said, this is what I'm offering in this one right here. Ladies, we do have the conference. I'm going to teach you the game. I'm not sitting around waiting on other people to do anything anymore. The things that God has put inside of me are my gifts. So let's go over what's going on with Cecil Jones. I am a corporation. I'm a businessman. I'm not Jay-Z, right? Remember Jay-Z said that? He said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. I'm a business too. You're a business too, or you could be, if you stop focusing on the wrong things. Opportunity. 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 It's everywhere. If you can't see it, you got to take off those rose-colored glasses. Good morning, Christine. How you doing? So with that being said, if anyone has anything, we have the Women's Summit that's coming up. It's a real estate and entrepreneur. I'm waiting on the date right now. It's going to be here in Detroit, right on the suburb of Detroit, in a place called Dearborn, Michigan, at a hotel called the Henry. I'm going to have all the information for the tickets up there. We're going to go over the business. We're going to go over the consulting. We're going to go over setting up. We're going to go over your plan. We're going to go over the nonprofit. There's a bunch of stuff. The agenda is being written out now, and all of that. I'm looking to have it up on the website by Wednesday. All right. So with that being said, I'd like to open up right now. Give people a chance to chime in. Say something good, bad. I don't care. Let's talk. All right. You can call in this number right here. All right. You call in at 313-367-2978. I'm going to be getting around to people. I had some people that I need to speak to today. We're making this. Listen, I'm not playing around. We're not waiting around. If you're a person of action, if you feel like, listen, we're still going to need to put a team together. We need infrastructure. We need people that can do certain things. So if you want to be a part of this team, reach out also. All right? Reach out also. Give a call in, 313-367-2978. If you're somebody that you feel that you're a leader, you're an inspirer, you're an educator, and you'd like to be a part of these seminars that I'm going around the country with, call in, inbox me. Let's see what's going on. We're about to get this thing popping here. Good morning, Aretha. How are you? Aretha, I don't know if you're just coming in, but were you on the call? We're talking about the whole assisted living. Aretha's going to be helping us lead this on the assisted living as one of our top nurses. All right. So much out here, guys. We don't have to sit around just waiting on something or someone. Give a call in right now, 313-367-2978. You have a business idea, something inside of you that you would like to help take to the next level. Give a call in. You want to say hello. You want to say thank you. You want to say I appreciate you. You want to say you suck. Anything. 313-367-2978. What are your dreams? Seriously, do we have dreams? We got our goals. We got things written together. These are the things that no one wants to talk about. No one wants to address. We want to overshadow them, put a blanket over it, bury it. Don't want to talk about these things. And this is the talk that needs to be talked in order to encourage or spark change. If you want change in your life, you have to do something different. If you're going to keep doing the same old thing over and over, come on now. We know that's called insanity. Now, the only thing that I think you should be doing insanity is if it's some type of workout. But just sitting here doing the same old thing, making up the same old excuses, afraid to take advantage of opportunities, something's got to change. Last call, and I'm going to go. Listen, I'm about coming in. I'm about striking. I'm about moving. I'm about teaming up with people who want to do something. And if you didn't fit into the category of people that are the action takers, the 6 people or the 5 people now, well, what do you bring to the table? What are your gifts? Can you offer your gifts to something that's bigger than you? Can you offer? Here are the targeted areas that we're going to be moving in. We're going to do this in Detroit, obviously. We're going to do it in Orlando. We're going to do it in Atlanta. We're going to do it in Cleveland. We're going to do it in Memphis. Charlotte also. I like Charlotte area. We're eventually going to expand this all over the country. In the game of life, some people watch what happens. Some people talk about what happens. Some people make it happen. Some people look around and they just wake up and say, what the hell just happened? My thing is, my question to you, which one of those people are you? Which one of those people are you? Let me tell you what leaders look for. Leaders look for people who are going to lead. Leaders look for people who don't sit around waiting for someone else. Leaders look for people that understand it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Now, one person listening to this, pick up the phone and call. Now, one. Somebody has a church that's struggling. Be a member, be a pastor. Somebody has a nonprofit organization that's struggling. I'm telling you, I know how to get all of the money from where it's at to you. I'm telling you right now, any problem that you have financially, call in. For your business, call in. You need a loan, call in. I'm giving myself to you. See, this is this whole internet, social media stuff. You think that typing in something means something. It means nothing to me. Pick up the phone, call in. Want to change your life? Pick up the phone, call in. Three 367-2978. All right, I'm going to close this, 10:06. I'm going to shut this down in 4 minutes. And after the 4 minutes, I don't want to talk. I got work to do here. And going to go get this hotel booked. Hey, Mary, I need you to come on by. Thank you. And we're planning out this women's conference that's going to change everything. Going to put some women in charge to supervise this also. It's going to go all around the country. All around the country. So with that being said, 4 minutes left. Call in 313-367-2978. Hey, just to say, hey, good morning. Just to say, great show. Just to say, I think I missed something. Just to say, you know what, I think this, or I think that, or I could add value with this, or have you ever thought about this, or have you ever thought about that? This is the purpose of putting together a mastermind. But it has to be in harmony. So if people aren't willing to be in harmony, like how could you expect to get anything out of it? How could you expect to be included in something? How could you expect your life to change? Call in now. 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. If you're somebody that's going to be a part. All right. I'm going to continue to make the phone calls to the people that have expressed wanting to change their life. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Everybody's voice matters to me. Everybody's voice needs to be heard. Everybody. Three 367 2978. 313, call in now, 313-367-2978. The phone is froze? His phone is not froze. Anybody try to call in and have a problem? My phone's not frozen. 313-367-2978. There's something about being a leader. Something about having a dream that you never give up on. Something about connecting with the people who are going to help bring you together. This is the whole 6 degrees of separation. This is the whole, hello, this is Cecil. State your name.
Hi, Cecil. Christine.
Hey, Christine, how are you?
Good.
Where are you calling from, Christine?
Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, that's right. What's going on? What do you have to say?
I just want to say good morning, and I just missed a lot of your show, so I want to tell about that woman's thing. That sounds real awesome. I can't wait to, I can go to it in October. Sounds real interesting.
Yeah.
I want to have my husband where he's home all the time, where he doesn't have to get up and go to work. That's what I want him to do. He's been working since he was like 15 years old, and he's at the point where he just wants to stay home now.
Wow. And that's something that's amazing. I think I find that more in women than men, where a woman will say, listen, I want to help retire my husband.
Yeah.
I don't really hear women, you got a lot of guys saying, I want to help retire my wife or my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So 15 years in this business, this is what I'm going to be laying down. I'm actually putting together a whole outline of what's going to happen over those 3 days. And part of it, what I'm doing is we're going to rent a bus, and I'm going to take the ladies around to not all of them, but we're going to probably go visit about 6 or 7 properties that I'm going to show you how to buy them for like $1,000, $1,100, $2,000. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to help you ladies at this event. We're going to get registered for your nonprofit right there during the event. Going to help you with the paperwork to get this set up so that you're able to get the letter of eligibility letter from the IRS that will now allow you to collect funds. I'm going to show you where to get the funds. I'm going to show you how to set up your real estate business so that you can come in and get the funds so that you don't have to come out of your own pocket. Is that something you think would help you guys out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I knew there was ways to do all this, but I just wasn't sure how to go about doing it.
Right.
And I always try to watch your live videos because they're so wow, they're so encouraging.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And that's people. I give out so much, and sometimes I don't really understand if people really know what I'm telling them, because I think it's over a lot of people's heads. But later on, somewhere you're going to go somewhere, and somebody else is going to be offering you information, and they're going to say, "Well, it's $25,000." You're going to be like, "Oh my God, this is what Cecil was giving me for free."
Yeah. Sure.
So thanks for calling in. I definitely appreciate that. The newsletter is going to be out on the 1st also, so I'm going to be getting more information. We're going to have, for people inside of the CecilJonesU.info, you come into any of my newsletters, I have some special trainings teaching you some stuff on the side that I won't teach everybody else, just because you've committed to your own success on whatever level,
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, then. All right, thanks for calling in, Christine. I appreciate you. Here's the thing, as a giver. If I can just influence one person, touch one person's life, to make you open up your mind to see something that you had no comprehension of in the past, that's That's what it's all about to me. You know, is there anybody else would like to just, do I ever encourage anybody? I mean, do you ever see something? 313, let me know. 313-367-2978. So many people are worried about what other people say. Oh, I don't sound right on the phone. That's all ego. All ego. That's something that I try so hard to do because it separates me from God and it separates me from the vision of God. So that's what it is. Just know that. And then also, Mary, if you could put up there that CecilJonesU.info. CecilJonesU.info. This is the university that you're going to come to and get more information about. Man, like, do you know how many different things I've done to make money? I can make work too. I didn't carry all of them all the way through. I've like experimented on so many different things. Like somebody who's struggling financially, I can tell you right to do right now on the phone. Tell you what to do. You'd be like, I never thought of that. I never thought of it. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right, I don't have no help here, so I get up and put the website in myself. So. Hello, Cecil. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Aretha, calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey there, Aretha. What is going on?
Well, I had to work last night, so I kind of just caught the end of the video.
Mm-hmm.
But sounds like I missed some stuff. I'm going to have to go back and watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Aretha, I'm glad you called because could you educate people a little bit about, did you hear when I was talking about the assisted living?
I did not.
Oh, my God. Well, as you know, that's the direction that we're going in with a lot of the investments going forward, just converting single-family, multifamily into assisted living facilities. What's the one when someone's rated hospice, right? Hospice. Can you just talk about a little bit about the income that comes in from private or even from state for assisted living per bedroom?
Per bedroom. So.
And just tell people a little bit about what you do, what your background is.
Okay. First off, I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 10 years. I have my bachelor's degree in nursing as well as my master's. And I have worked with a variety of patients, so kind of familiar with a lot of stuff. But I know in these times that the population is getting older, and there are some who can, still do pretty good, but just need some assistance, which is the assisted living is something that's great for them. But with that, it is also a great opportunity to invest in, because typically for each bed, you can get about $3,000 to $3,500 per bed.
And it's actually different state to state, right?
Right, it is.
Okay. So when you're talking like the 3,000, that's in a shared room, but also there's more money in a private room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of them want private rooms.
Right. So let's talk about the pricing on that too. So on the low end, $3,500, $4,500 per bed. And how about on the private side if the person has their own privacy?
For privacy, it can go between $8,000 and $10,000.
Thank you. A month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys listening, would you rather collect $500 a month, $600 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, or would you like to collect $8,000 to $10,000 a month? Okay, so go ahead on for it. As far as what do people need in assisted living? What are the requirements? And I know we spoke about this the other day, like who we would need on our team to make this happen.
So let's see. So it's basically to make it where it's almost like a vacation for them. So basically they'll have somebody that, cleans the room. They provide meals, entertainment. Some of them have like beauty parlors and stuff so they can, have some little me time.
It's like a mini vacation, and they don't have to, be concerned about handling their daily needs. If they need assistance, then it's there.
Okay. Now, can you talk a little bit about if it's like coming from the state, the pricing, versus if it's the family paying privately? What are we looking at in pricing from that?
Actually, as far as the state, I really don't think the state really contributes a lot. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because mostly assisted living is for families who basically are paying for the federal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how about are you familiar with hospice and how they work with their pay per bed?
I don't know the cause, but you do get government money from that, and
okay.
There are usually people maybe in the community who like to invest in hospice homes, so they're always donating.
Yeah, that's big. So can you imagine knowing what to do and having nonprofit? Because the hospice is nonprofit, right?
It depends on the company, because sometimes when they're through like a church organization, then they are not for profit. Yeah.
Uh-oh, you just tapped into something right there. Churches can do this also, huh?
Yeah.
So there's money that's there, so they really don't have to struggle if they know how to get their investments in order, right?
True.
Okay, you just hit on something there. That's great. And just before you, I appreciate you calling in, but just the experience so far, Aretha, just learning and coming with me, you're probably one of the newer people that I have. What do you, just from the heart, just me, like what from the heart, what do you get? What do you feel?
That you want to see as many people succeed like you have, like you want to give back.
Okay. Have you experienced the caring yourself?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
All right.
Probably more than people who I have probably known for years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's huge.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we both know we don't have to talk about that, but at the end of the day, the moral of the story is, I really do want to see people win. And so many people, I just think, Aretha, a lot of times we're asking for things and we're not aware of how the gift is going to be packaged. And we overlook it.
Yeah.
It's right in front of our face.
Right.
And then the fear kicks in, and then the worry kicks in, and then the doubt kicks in, because that's something different, not knowing who you are. But I definitely appreciate you. I thank you for calling in, and we got a lot of work to do, all right?
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye. To me, there's nothing more amazing to me than building real relationships. And in a relationship, as with anything, everything's not always going to be sunny. There's going to be turbulence. There's going to be things that come up that we'll deal with. It's no perfect relationship, no perfect business. And I just believe that when people stop looking for faults, talking crazy, what if you took that same energy and said, how can I help make your vision better, clearer? How can I help? And that's where I just feel that we need to be as a society, me, myself included, because I still do that too. I'll start talking about things that piss me off when I should be saying, what can I do to make a change? And what's hit me is when I went back the other night and started looking at the videos from Mr. Schwab, it made me realize what was important. It took me back to remembering all of the animosity that I harbored for my mother, which was supposed to be my first love. And then just being reminded that not only my mother, but I never want to see anyone, any woman in that situation that I saw my mother grow up in. And I've just vowed, just the other day, on the way up to me and Mary, on the way up to Chicago, I vowed to be the person that makes that change by helping to empower women, teaching my knowledge, bringing other people in to help them become the source of financing. If they're in a relationship, to teach them how to get a house, teach them how to get investments, to have these net worth conversations, to teach them how to think like a bank, and to show people that it doesn't matter what your past is, because I got some stuff in my past, but, once again, we all do. Who doesn't? And I think sometimes people believe that, I don't believe this word, but I know that I need to say this word so that a lot of you can understand what I'm saying. I don't believe that there's a good sin and a bad sin, or my sin is going to take me to hell, but your sin is worthy of forgiveness. But it's not even sin to me. To me, it's a mistake. To me, it's missing the mark. And if you sincerely want help, like, I'm going to give it to you. And as my grandmother, Mama Jones, Mama Jones would always say, listen, Cecil, don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about if they're going to get on and see your vision. She said, because it's just like a bus. That bus is on a route. And sooner or later, if you're going on that route, you got to get on. It doesn't matter at the end of the day if they got on that route, bus stop number 1, bus stop number 2, or number 3. You're still going to get on. So I know that the vision that I have, the dream that I have, pieces of a dream, I know that it's so much bigger than me, and it's a world calling. And now, once this has been downloaded, the fresh download from heaven. And when I say heavens, I mean the skies. It's confirmation. You see, because and let's just go into this other topic here. Once I stopped believing the lies of man-made religion, it opened me up to receive all of the gifts that God had in store for me. And it's taken me on a different journey. And no two people's journey are the same. Connection with your source, connection from God, and this is what was showed to me. It's personal. It's a personal journey. And God is not going to tell some man over in the mountains or some man or woman. I believe in confirmation, but not just one person knows the answer to everything God says. I don't know it all. No one person knows it all. Because to say that would say that you've tapped in. You and only you have tapped in, and you've collected all of the resources of all of the minds, all of the people that have been here before you. It's saying that. Jennifer! What's up, Diva? Yeah, this is a good one. You would have to say that. You know it all. And for me, honestly, leaving the whole, I have people say, why do you think the way you think? Well, it's because of my personal experiences. And these personal experiences mold us, shape us, and groom us. And I see the good in everyone. I see mistakes. I see my own mistakes. But I just want you guys, you ladies, to know that this empowerment thing that I'm putting together, as I told you on the other video that night when we came back from Chicago, if I had to choose between a $100 million real estate deal or $200 million for the film business that we're going into, I went into them, started. Or maybe I made 1 million, but I've helped to develop women that remind me of my mother, who is supposed to have been my first love. And if I can put women who's really the rock of our households, if I could put women in a position that can help them raise their self-esteem, know who they are, so that you don't have to sit in a position where maybe you're being abused, you're just taking abuse because you have nowhere to go, you have no money, no finances, that's all you know. You know how many women I've talked to? I actually had a speaking engagement with some men a couple of months ago that were the victim, not the victim, I'm sorry, the abuser or the accuser in domestic violence. And they like beat their women up. And I was listening to them talk about what they did. And I remember the fights that my mother and my stepdad had. I don't even remember my dad being in my life. I know personally women who, I can tell you about my own life. When I was 9 years old, when we came back, when I went back to Connecticut from Florida, after the divorce, the separation, I lived for over a year in a shelter with my mother and my little brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest, so I was 9, my little brother they were kids. I can remember being evicted over and over and over. I can remember going out because we had no food in the house. Collecting bottles and cans. 9 years old. My mother's in the house crying because there's no food in it. I can remember stealing food from the stores because we didn't have it. I can remember getting caught. I can remember my mother not knowing what to do. I could just hear her praying to God. Praying to God for food. Just sitting there praying. I can remember the voice telling me to get up and go do something. Get up and go do something. And I don't know if she ever heard that voice. But she never got up and went to do something. This is why I'm doing the woman's empowerment. I've done it right for myself. And I'm always going to do it right for myself. But there's so many other. If you really believe that we're all connected to each other, if you really truly believe it, Doesn't matter if I don't know you. If I can help you use the skills that I've learned. That I've been blessed to learn, that's taken me out of a situation that I don't want to see anyone. And I got that reminder from watching Mr. Schwab's video the other day. And I always say success leaves clues. I can remember telling him my story when I found out what he was doing for women. And he said if he doesn't do it, who's going to do it for him? And I just want to pick up that mantle. I don't want to see women. I don't want to see people being told like religious lies, saying things like I can't believe, like especially in like in the black community, I can't believe that like these black people are lying to other black people. 'Cause I'm a black man first. I'm a black man first. And I just want to show the things that have changed my life. I want to show it. I'm also a businessman, so I know how to combine a lot of people in church. They don't know how to combine business with helping and teaching and understanding that you are a servant worthy of your hire. And that the way that you do it is by adding value to people, but they got to get something back out of it too. They're supposed to. So if you can help make other people rich, you'll always become wealthy. And there's a specific way to add value to the marketplace, and it has a whole lot to do with your mindset. And that's why, like, one of the most important things is to read this, right? Because this is what's holding us back. This is what's holding people back. Their belief. It's your belief. And it's something that's been programmed inside of you. It's something that's programmed inside of my mother. So when I was just talking to her the other day, I invited her to come out to this women's conference. And I've never done nothing like that before. And she's going to come. I'm going to fly her out here. She said, I don't have the money. I said, I didn't ask you if you had the money. I said, I just invited you. And my mother's legally blind now. And she can't even travel by herself. She's seen me do a conference one time when I was first starting out. She's never seen me do it on a big level. And for the first time, like you gotta understand like what it feels like as a man, right? Like as a man who's just looking for love for the first woman that he's supposed to fall in love with. And you gotta like remember like the things that you say to people, like it's like poison. And we believe it. Like dudes, if you're talking to your woman and you're telling her like she ain't shit or she ain't never gonna be nothing or nobody's gonna want her or because she gained weight after having your baby and now you're talking about her, that shit is damaging them. It plays on your mind. And like you gotta understand like just the strength that it took for me to call the one person that I always wanted validation from, that told me like I'm never gonna be shit, or that I should have flushed you down the toilet, when you was a little kid. That's what I should have did. Like looking as a little boy, like 7 years old, saying like why is she saying this to me? Like why would she say that to me? And then just like beating me, like in the name of Jesus, like really like extension cords. I'm not talking about no timeout. And I just want you to, like, I'm just so real with this shit. No fluff, no magic things, no smoke screens. We all make mistakes. It's not about China. Like, and I had to tap into that and remember that when I picked up the phone the other day. Something else happened to me that just, like I needed to like fall back into love. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was for the first time in my life, I'm 47 years old now. For the first time in my life. My mother just 2 days ago said, I'm proud of you. I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else to go that long without hearing those words. That I'm proud of you. And there's this lesson that I learned when I was going through therapy that was designed to get you to stop hating people, because I hated my mother. And I'm going to do that for so many people that are women, not women. I just want to work with women. I'm going to share it at this conference that I do in September. And it opened me up for the first time to see how my mother thought, what was going through her mind because we never ask, we rarely ask when someone is acting a certain way, like what's going on in their world. We're so quick to judge. You don't know what the hell is going on. And sorry, like when that shit hits my heart, it just comes out. But that's pain that's coming up. And that's cool. And it's understanding that's coming up. And that's cool. I just don't. We need healing as people. We need healing. So that we can walk in our passion and our purpose. So many of us don't even understand the greatness that we have, and we settle. We let someone else's self-defeating, limiting beliefs. We let them throw that on us. And we believe that. It's like, why would you believe that? Well, because that's what they told you. So with this whole thing putting together, it's going to be something that's global. It's going to empower women so that they're not in that situation like I saw my mother in when she left my stepdad. And we're sitting around in shelters. You know what that's like. You know the effect that has. Just watching your mother cry because she doesn't know what to do. Because she has no skills. How many people do we know, like grown women, that are on Section 8 because they have no skills? Like, would you trade in Section 8 if I showed you how to set up a business and set up your own real estate development company, your own nonprofit? Showed you how to get the money from it. And now let's just say let's not even say you didn't make $1 million, but let's just say you made $200,000. Would you give up your Section 8? Would you teach your kids these things so that it goes on and continues on in your family and you start to break generational curses? Would you do that? I'm banking on it. I'm betting that you will. I'm betting my life on it. There has to be a paradigm shift. We got to eliminate the stinking thinking. We have to learn to come together as people, as one. It's got to be about love. At the end of the day, it's always got to be built in love, because I've seen hatred. I've seen misunderstanding. I've seen little pitiful arguments come between people, and next thing you know, the person dies, and you don't even remember why you were mad at that person, because it was something that was so silly in the grand concept, in the grand scheme of life. Like, we're losing people, and we're not talking to people, and we're judging people, and we're just living this whole thing. And you start up a little lie, and you don't know what's going on, and it perpetuates, and before you know it, it's out here, and it's something else, and the lie takes on a life of its own. Not understanding that everything is about timing. Everything is about purpose. Because we don't know something. When I did that self-check up at this conference I went to, I saw my mother as a 16-year-old pregnant with me, had to drop out of high school, had no father. Mother abused her. Mother grew up picking cotton in the South. Mother just working, never home, doing like a nursing gig, or private. They used to do the private nursing care back then. Or maybe they still do it, I don't know. But I can remember being 5 years old. My mother just like holding me, crying. But she used to tell me that her mother didn't love her. She used to tell me how her mother never comes to see her kids. And I watch her do the same thing with my kids. So it's a cycle that just keeps repeating itself. I'll tell you something. Money's not everything. But money is damn sure good for what it's good for. And if it can help you get an education, it can help you not grow up in the projects, it can help you get the best health care, it can help you get the best education, that's good for something. So a lot of these church religious people, they try to knock that when somebody's doing good, when somebody has some money, because they don't know how to do it. And now it's all the devil. And now my mother used to tell me that rich people were evil. Evil is the devil. They robbed somebody, stole something from somebody, blah, 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 blah. So now I understand why she could never become rich, because she resented them. You cannot become what you resent. You cannot become what you resent. So what I want to do is I want to encourage you. What I want to do is I want to give you the power. What I want to do is I want to show you how to control your finances. I want to show you how to teach your kids how to do this, so that you don't continue this cycle of insanity and stay comfortable in your chaos. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not about no Bible. It's not about no religion. It's about learning some life skills, some life lessons. This right here, right now, what I'm talking about. Just want to take a moment just to thank people who listen to me or say something. Let me see that they're there. Mary, thank you. Cornelia, thank you. Jennifer, Diva, thank you. You see who else is on it? If I can see what's up here. Can't see everybody. I can't see everybody. If you just put your name or something up there, let me know you're there. That's cool too. If not, that's cool too. But I'm looking for people that are looking for me. Right? I'm putting together this women's real estate and entrepreneur lyceum. It's going to be in Detroit, September, I think. So I was going to do it October originally, but I'm going to look for a September date, because it starts getting cold here. And I'm telling you right now, this is a different type of cold here. So we're going to back it up. Part of what we're going to do is we're going to have a bus tour. The buses will go out on one of the days. We're going to have a full day of just real estate training. And we're going to go out and we're going to show you the actual properties that are out here. We're going to go into them. We're going to inspect them. You're going to have an opportunity to buy them. Right there, I'm going to show you how to get through. We're going to have my guy, Miguel, there with us also. He's a contractor. We're going to put together the repair estimates. We're going to show you how to, you're going to have your own self-directed IRA company set up, which is a trust. So you can start operating in trust. And we have, there's ways that you can flip properties inside of a trust that will pay for your children's college education. So I can show you how to take $100, do a flip, put $10,000 into your trust, tax-free, over and over for your kid. To pay for private school or to pay for anything. You're going to learn so much more. I'm putting a whole agenda together, and we're going to have some fun in September. I'm going to get to meet a lot of you in person in September, and I want to hear your story. Also, I'm going to pick 12 women that have a story. You see, once again, most people, they just see the glory. Yeah, Mary, leaving legacies. They just see the story. They just see the glory. They don't know the story. And we need to start sharing our stories. Because, see, it's never been about you, and it's never been about me. If I didn't share my story, you wouldn't know who I am. You wouldn't know that there's somebody else that relates to you. So right now, if you just go to the CecilJonesU.info. Somebody put that up there, CecilJonesU.info. I'm making a whole university out of my life. I'm also going to show you how to do the same thing to make a whole university. You're going to learn like 3 or 4 different main strategies, some real estate strategies for some down the road money. Then I'm going to show you some strategies that I use for right now money. These are things that I don't even tell people. I'm going to do it. Also, the ladies that come out to this real estate, the very first one, I'm going to teach you the basics of wholesaling on a way I've never taught nobody before. You're going to know how to get these deals. You're going to know how to flip these properties. You're going to know how to set up your business. I'm going to show you the consulting component of it. I'm going to show you exactly what it takes to create a legacy for your family. Thank you for that, man. Christine says, I wish I knew you like 4 months ago. And listen, I could have been there 4 months ago because I was here and doing what I'm doing. So, but you know me now. You know me now. Good morning, Natalie. Wow. Oh, you just joined, Natalie? This has been a great one here. A great one. Roller coaster too, emotionally. So, with that being said, I'm looking forward to working with some amazing women. You guys, I keep saying, I don't mean guys, but you ladies are phenomenal. You're inspirational. You're inspiring, right? And I just want to do my part to be a blessing so that you can get your just dues. You can get together with someone who will help propel you. I didn't plan on revealing my story with my mother today, but she's going to be out there. And I just want to show you guys something. This is so real. Like Mary knows my situation with my mom, and it's been something that's been very, very difficult for me to handle. I would never talk about it. I would never, ever talk about it. But my mother and I are cultivating a relationship right now. I'm going to call her right now. My life is so real. The stuff I show you guys is real. Hopefully she picks up right now. Right? Hopefully she picks up. Let's see. Hadn't spoken to her in like 2 years, 3 years. And then every time I tried to speak to her, something would come up. It was this religious thing that we have differences on. But I'm actually going to move her down to Atlanta with me now. Right? I'm going to be at Seattle. Right? So I'm just going to, let's see what happens here. Hopefully she picks up this morning, right?
Hello?
Hey, who's this, David? Hey, how's it going, David?
Good. Cecil, right?
Yeah, Cecil.
Yeah, it's going great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you're off today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take on whoever, take your mother up.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Can I speak to it real quick?
Yeah.
Hello?
What's going on, mother?
Hey, how are you?
I am exceptionally wonderful.
All right now.
Hey, listen, I'm doing something. Remember I told you the other day that I do all of these things on Facebook?
Yeah.
So I'm actually on a Facebook Live right now, right? And I have people that listen to my Facebook Lives, and you are on the air right now with me, and I just want you to say hello to everyone. And I was just telling them, oh, I hear all this feedback. I was just telling them that I've invited you to come out to the Women's Conference in September, and I just wanted you to say hello to everybody. You're on the microphone right now. Just say hello to everybody and let them know that you look forward to seeing them in September at the Women's Conference.
Hello to everybody now?
Yeah, say it now.
Well, hello everybody.
And just let everybody know after me telling you about the conference and just the different things that we've been talking about since we've reconnected. How are you feeling in your spirit?
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Wait a minute.
All right.
What did you say?
I said I have you're on the microphone. There's a lot of feedback coming. I don't know if that's your phone or my phone. But just wanted to share. I told the ladies that I'm going to be leading and teaching them the real estate and the other stuff. I was just telling them how I've reconnected with my mother and going through certain things and how I'm happy to have you here. So I just want you to just say hi and just tell a little bit about how you're feeling in your spirit now, just knowing the things that are going on and how God is bringing us back together.
Oh, okay. Want me to do it now?
Yeah, you're on the microphone right now. You can be heard. They can hear you right now.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. How are you? Well, I am a grateful mother. I am pleased with the Lord that He is working mightily in my son, Cecil Jones Jr. And I just thank God that, He's restoring our relationship. And it's all because of God that, everything good happens. Yeah, because everything is perfect and good comes from God, right? So I'm just happy what the Lord is doing in his life. And I'm so glad that, God has restored our relationship. And I'm expecting greater things that God is going to do through my son, Cecil Jones Jr. And I'm just in a state of expectancy. And I'm truly blessed to have him for my son. And all praises and honor goes to the Lord, because it's nothing but the Lord himself. It's his grace and his mercy. It endures forever. Yeah, so I'm sure that God has got plenty more blessings for him. And that's just amazing. It's wonderful. And I'm pleased with God, and I'm pleased with my son, and the sky is the limit.
Hey, Mom. What did you think the other day? Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. I love you. What did you think when I was telling you about me leading the women and what I learned from Mr. Schwab and all that stuff? What did you think when I was telling you that yesterday?
When you was say that again.
Remember when I was explaining to you that I'm going to do the conference with the women and how I'm going to lead women because that's something that's near and dear to my heart?
Yeah.
What was your feeling when you heard me speaking those words?
Well, I was just, I was mesmerized. I was glad. I was happy. I was it was truly a blessing. I was just pleased and proud to hear that, that, God is using you just to minister and help spread the good financial blessings and, just to help people. That's what it's all about. So I'm just pleased. And I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think it's magnificent. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. Yeah.
And okay, so now I got you on the air. You're on the spot. I invited you out yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to be there? Because I think there's going to be a lot of women that just want to walk up to you and give you a hug.
Oh, sure, but you got to tell me what day is.
I told you I'm going to let you know I haven't finalized the date with the hotel. I should know that. Hopefully I know that Monday.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Well, as long as it's God's will that I should live, I will be there.
It's God's will for you to live because he's not done with you and he's not done with me.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to get back to my little live here and we'll talk a little bit later, okay?
Okay, I love you. Have a blessed day.
I love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
This is what I believe. I believe that the reason that my relationship has been restored in my mother is because I'm walking in my purpose. Say that again. When you're walking in your purpose, doors that have been closed all your life open. Now, I've done things, I've been making money, but I was holding on to some things that was all about the ego, right? And yes, Mary, this is my assignment. And when it was about me and my ego, I couldn't fully tap into the blessings that were supposed to be bestowed upon me. And I just believe that religion just separates you, it separates people. And when you connect directly to God, directly to the source, directly to the Most High, whatever it is that you call it, you understand the universal laws. You keep hearing me say that, universal laws. When you get it, I'm trying to tell you, everything that your heart desires just opens up. And I'm going to tell you this. I would have given the money away any day of the week to have a relationship with my mother. You see, because, going through a divorce and all these things, I now understand that I didn't even know how to love a woman. I wasn't capable of loving a woman. And how many men are like that? How many men will admit that? I wasn't capable of loving a woman because the woman that was supposed to be my first love, there was a hatred here. Now, let me tell you something. I'm light-skinned and my mother's dark-skinned. My mother's dark-skinned. And my father's light-skinned. I look like my dad more. Do you know that because I wanted to love my mother so much, I was attracted to dark-skinned women? Now, don't get me wrong, I love light-skinned women. I grew up in the 80s, right? You grew up in the 80s? That was it. The light-skinned thing, for women, it was like Al B. Shore and, Christopher Williams. And, the light-skinned thing was in. And I was into that. That's what everybody's doing, the whole light-skinned thing, But the woman that I married back then was dark-skinned and looked like my mother. So what was going on was subconsciously, I wanted to tap into the love of my mother. And because I couldn't, I went back and found the closest thing. Then I even remember in Florida, like when I left out of there, and I was dating some girl. And I'm like, well, why am I you ever think to yourself, why do I keep attracting the same type of person? And then we make up the excuses on, oh, he wasn't this. But it's not, it got nothing to do with him, right? It has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with us and what's going on internally. And this woman also, it's like, wow, I mean, she was beautiful. She was dark-skinned. I've had this thing for dark-skinned women because my mother was dark-skinned and I wanted to love a dark-skinned woman because that's what it was supposed to be. And I would look for those that had similarities that kind of looked like my mother. And then, well, here's the thing. Here's the double-sidedness. I would remember, because I didn't deal with these issues, I just covered them up, right? I would remember when she would tell me, I should have flushed you down the toilet. She would tell me, you're never going to be nothing. You know, she would tell me all of these different things. Guess what I would do? I would take it out on that person that I wanted to love. Like I couldn't even help myself. And then, back then, I used to say, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to no counseling. But black men, black people, oh, we won't go to counseling. But when I went to counseling, that's when I really finally started to tap in to the things that were allowing me to create this self-fulfilling, crazy, chaos-filled circle of confusion in my life. And through therapy, I started to learn that until I dealt with that issue, and this is one thing, my mother was so into the Bible, she'd be like, look, we threw that into the sea of forgetfulness. We ain't talking about that. Like, that's honestly, but that's how I know the Bible, because she beat it into me. So, you know, I've heard a lady say before, I think, one of Mary's friends said something like, he even said that he knows the Bible in and out, inside and out. The devil know the Bible inside and out. But I'm like, girl, if you just know that I took a lot of beatings to know this Bible. I didn't want to know it. I took a lot of beatings for this, you know. So, you know, it caused a lot of pain and confusion. But at the end of the day, if you really believe that all things work together for the good for those that love the Lord, look how it's all come back full circle. Now, if I would have been sitting up here talking about the devil, when I used to do that. I used to do that. When I was doing that, I kept bringing back those same things that I didn't want. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. It led to just a lugubrious life of doom and gloom. And it's like, nah, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. I'm too smart for this. I'm like, I'm a smart dude. Like, why do I keep falling into this? Well, I say all this to say that we're going to have, my intention is to have a great therapist there that will help work with a lot of us and maybe even teach some of the things that were taught to me on how to overcome these things, because this is the things that's stopping us in life. It's not lack of money. It's that we haven't dealt with the pain. We haven't dealt with the past so that we can get the stinking thinking out of our life. And if you can't get the stinking thinking out of your life, straight up, you're not going to make that money. If you do make that money, it's going to go right back down because your money blueprint is messed up because your mind ain't right. Your mind ain't right because you're focused on the things that can't help you. You're focused on the past. You're listening to what people say. Too much going on. Stinking thinking. We're going to help eliminate that stinking thinking so we're going to get that mind right, so we can get that money right. All right? All right. So what I like to do real quick is one more more again. I said, one more again. I'm going to open up the line. Call in. Please put the number up, somebody. 313-367. You know who I want to hear from? I want to hear from Natalie right now, too. 313-367. Just tell me about what you heard, just a little piece you heard. I know you're going to go back and listen to 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. Call in. Come on. Call in. Let's hear some. Let's hear. Oh, okay. No problem. We'll talk later. Anybody that's heard what's just happened, just like to hear what you think, guys, from a woman's perspective. You know, that's what this is all about. We're leading the women now, right? We're leading women. Give me a call and let me know what you thought. Just a phone call. How did it make you feel? Just tapping into me and my mom, just me sharing my world with you guys, you know. 313-367-2978. I want to hear from somebody. It shouldn't take more than 60 seconds. 313-367-2978. Leaders don't wait on people. They just do what needs to be done, right? Better to ask for permission than to ask for forgiveness. I'm sorry, better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. My little brother said, I always watch your videos. He said, that's the best show on television. That's the best television show out there is your stuff because it's so real. You know, it's so real. So, anybody gonna call in? Anybody gonna tell me a little bit what they thought about the call just now? It's like to get a reaction, like immediate reaction. It's nothing like that immediate reaction. Like, this is what happened. What do you think? You know what I mean? That immediate reaction. You know. Hello.
Hey,
Hey there.
we still on?
Absolutely, I'm on. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
It's Mary.
Okay, Mary
Can you
from.
hear the tears in my eyes? My voice?
Mary from.
Detroit.
Okay, Mary from Detroit. Yeah, what's going on? What was your immediate reaction? Now, Mary, I've known Mary for about 20 years. Met in Okinawa, Japan, in the Marine Corps back in the day. She's working with me. She's actually partnering with me on deals here. She's part of the $100,000 deal that we got going on. What's up, Mary? Talk to me. Talk to your boy. Talk to your boy.
I don't know. Of course, I'm emotional, so I'm trying to be less emotional. So all while you're talking to your mom, of course, got all my little tears streaming down my face. I'm glad you reached out. It's like it just took that one phone call to just break open everything, to repair, So I'm glad you were that bigger person. And I feel like you have that story to share with everyone because I'm just listening to the things that you said afterwards. You were looking for in women, your mother. Essentially, the dark skin, and I think a lot of women relate to that because a lot of us grew up without our fathers in our home, and so we looking for that father, that man who wasn't there, and what we perceive our father should be the person that takes care of us, that nurture us, that, teach us how to love a man, or, whatever, and sometimes we fall short, and I just think that the story is so powerful, and it's relatable on so many different levels with men and women. And it was good hearing your mom.
Yeah, it was.
It was good hearing your mom.
Like the whole thing, like I said, I had never ever heard her say that she was proud of me. All these years, and as a man, when you're holding on to that, and there's animosity, and all the things that have happened, to hear that, it'll break any man down. And at the end of the day, that's so important. It's critical because it really determines the path of our relationship with women. And a lot of women don't even know, like, this is why you're getting what you're getting because there's so much baggage. Like, dudes are pulling up with their clothes and everything. Those tangible baggage, but that tangible baggage, but they're also pulling up with baggage you can't see. And it's the physical. I'm sorry. It's the emotional baggage. You see what I'm saying? It's that mental baggage that you don't know. And it's just so important. So important. What's up, cuz? Raydeen, what's going on? Thank you, cuz. I appreciate it. Did you hear my mom? You hear my mom on the phone? And it's just so important for a woman to really take the time to know who a man is. To, like, if that guy doesn't want to sit down and just like stimulate your mind and have conversations and let you know, like, we need to know, like, where he's crazy at. Right? We need to know where these guys are crazy at, because I can tell you there's certain things inside of me that was crazy, and certain things would just trigger it off. You know what I mean? And we don't even know what we're getting because we don't even take the time to learn a person, to become friends, to lay that foundation, to find out what they like, what they don't like. What's your relationship with your mother like? And not just listen to them, but go meet mama. If she's alive, go meet mama. Hear from them. Look at the interaction, because that's going to tell you everything that you need to know about yourself. I'm telling you, and if you don't have that right, it's the mindset. If you don't have that right, it's hard to get your money right. Because there's so much thinking going on in our mind. And if we don't, even the Bible says that you got to renew your mind, right? You got to renew your mind. But what do you do? What does that really mean? And that's what we'll be going over in this conference, because I've been told and showed some different stuff than what people are, like, I grew up in the church, so I know what was being taught there, but I know what I've learned there is from outside the church is something totally different. So.
But have you ever heard that saying, to know a guy, you got to look at his relationship with his mom?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I realized that, it's a lot of truth to that. Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
All right.
So if he doesn't have that relationship or whatever, you could tell that that's really a broken man, in some aspects of his life.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And,
it's true.
And I'm learning that. Well, I learned that, and I know I spoke out on my previous relationship. He didn't have a relationship with his mom either, and I felt like I could heal him, make it better, be that nurturer, be that supporter. But you know what? You can't. They got to want it.
Yeah. And no. How about this? I'm going to tell you from a man's perspective now.
What?
It's not that he didn't want it. It's that he didn't want it from you. I'm sorry. He wanted it from you, but he needed it from his mother.
Yeah.
That's what he needed. So you can't you can do things that remind him, but it's only going to, listen, I had some great women in my life, right? But they couldn't fulfill that void that I was looking for my mother. And the only thing that I could really give them, it's unfortunate, but it's the ones that are closest to you. All of the resentment, all of the anger that I had pinned up inside of me, guess who it went to?
The person closest to you.
Right. So, with that being said, hey, listen, I appreciate you calling in. I knew you was emotional. You was probably crying more than me.
You already know, right?
Yeah.
But it was just really happy tears, because I feel it. I felt it through the computer screen, love, and she was the happiness on her end. You could just tell it in her voice.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to say she was proud of you. You could hear that she was proud of you.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, it was very, very refreshing.
All right, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate you. All right. Hey, my cousin is right there on the screen, Loretta Williams. Hey, Loretta, give me a call in. Give me a call. I mean, you know my story. Give me a call, 313. Hey, Mary, if you could put that phone number up there real quick, 313-367-2978. If you can give a call, because I don't know what you're doing right now, but if you can give a call, definitely call in. I'd love to hear from you. Your family, your insider. You know my story for real. Or anybody else. Anybody can give a call in. 313-367. Hold on. I'm usually good at phone numbers. For some reason, I can't lock this in my mind. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I know it's just an investment property, and I'm going to switch the line to a different house, do another rehab project, and start all over from there. But hey, cuz, if you can give me a call, 313-367-2978, I appreciate that. Let's call in. Let's have a little family talk real quick. Or if anybody has any type of response, let me know how you felt, what you think about what's going on. If you'd like to come out to the conference for the Women Real Estate and Entrepreneur Conference that we're going to have, definitely just give a call in. Let me know what you think. 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. Well, other than that, I'm going to wrap this thing up right now. I'm just feeling like I'm floating. In the skies right now. A lot of things, a lot of emotions. Just even now on the phone, just listening to my mother going through my mind, And it's so imperative to keep the negative thoughts out of your mind. So this is why I meditate. I meditate to be able to learn. It's like a muscle. Your mind is like a muscle, and you have to know how to control it. Right? It's no different than you pick up your arm and make a muscle. You can tense it up and freeze it right there. You have to know how to control your mind. All right? Have to know how to control your mind. Hello, this is Cecil. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Stamford, Connecticut. That's where I'm calling from.
My hometown. Okay.
Yes, Cecil, I love you. I miss you.
I miss you too. I love you too, cuz.
Yes, you're doing really good. I am so proud. Oh, God. You don't know. Your grandmother was there?
Yeah. I sit up there and I think about words that Mama Jones told me when, I was a little kid, and just remembering all the great things that she used to tell me even when I was in the midst going through, all the stuff with my moms. My grandmother was always there. She was that foundation and that pillar of strength in our family. And
that's right. And she loved you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You and that boy Jamel.
Yep.
She loved you two kids. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
God, I just can't believe you. I just be watching you, just listening. I was like, oh my God, this kid grown up from a kid. Now he's a grown man. He's just doing his own thing. Just trying to make it. Just trying to make it.
Yeah. Well, so you've heard about this women's conference I'm going to be doing now to lead women, right?
Yeah. You were telling me something about it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah. Well, it's a women's real estate and entrepreneur empowerment summit that I'm starting off. Is going to be out here in the Detroit area. It's going to be 3 days. I don't have the date yet. I'll probably have that by Monday or Tuesday in the hotel up here. It's going to be in Detroit, and I'm going to actually help women put a plan together, whether it's through a nonprofit, setting up a business, show you how to do things in marketing and sales and real estate, how I do what I do, so that women don't have to depend upon a man, if they're in an abusive relationship, don't have to stay in that relationship because they have no money or the guy's controlling things. You know how it goes down, really. A lot of women are in positions because they can't do nothing. Maybe they don't have the skills. So my mentor, Mr. Schwab, actually did that, and I saw him do it. And I looked at his video the other night, and after I looked at it, how he was out with the women, helping them, giving them loans, all this stuff, it was just a reminder to me that success leaves clues, and that's what he started. And I've never seen nobody else do it like he's doing since he passed away in 2015. So, I woke up with it on my mind. The next day, we drove up to Chicago the other day to complete a deal, and the thoughts and the ideas just started coming out of my mind. I said, I'm gonna pick up where this man left off at, and I'm gonna carry on his legacy.
Okay, that should be good. That should be really, really good.
And it helped me to deal with the thing that's always bothered me all of my life, and that's the relationship with me and my mother.
Yeah. I seen your mother a couple of months ago. And I was talking to her and stuff.
Yeah.
He said you should just call her. Just call her, okay? You hear me?
I just got off the phone with her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that's good. That's good.
I just got off the phone with her.
She's living in Bridgeport, right?
Yeah. She's gonna be moving down to Atlanta this year later though.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because last time I told her I seen her a couple of months ago, but I seen her over at Linda House and stuff. So.
Yeah. We'll talk about that on a personal level, but
Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to call in and let you know I'm real proud of you, and I have a few friends that's in the Detroit area, and I'm gonna get in touch with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in touch with them. So make sure you put it on Facebook and let me know and stuff.
Oh, definitely. It's gonna be up there. It's definitely gonna be up there.
Yeah. So just let me know that it's up there, and I can have them. I can have Maria and them go over there. They church people, but they trying to get it together.
Okay, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I just called in and say I love you, and I will be in touch with you, okay?
All right, love you too, cuz. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. At the end of the day, I don't even care about what happened in the past. I can't hold on to that. I know I guess she didn't know that my cousin didn't know that I had spoke to my mother, and we've been speaking for the last couple of days, but everybody in my family knows the real deal, and it used to haunt me because here I am, I'm out here doing things, I'm doing real estate deals, I'm doing, my business, my advertising, and to know that my mother wasn't being receptive to even being taken care of. Real talk, I bought my mother a house. Real talk. And she wouldn't move into it. So, just pain after pain after pain. And it really, what it does is it hardens our heart. It hardens our heart when you keep getting hurt over and over from the person that you just want to love. But you have to get to a level of maturity that you let all of that stuff go. And the more you learn about God, the more you learn about yourself. The more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about God. And what my job is, my assignment, is to become that conduit and become that beacon of hope, to set an example for other people. And they're going to jump on board. They're going to jump on board, trust me. Just want to, I see somebody here, a name here, what is that? Victor Rodriguez says, good idea and good luck. Thank you very much, Victor. Appreciate that. I'm the type of person, like, I got to be committed to something. If I jump into it, going to put my money in it, going to put my name on it, it's got to be something real. And there's nothing realer than this, especially to me, right? And I know that at the end of the day, it's going to help empower so many women. That's what this is all about, empowerment. And men, every one of us has a mother, or we had one, right? And I just want to be in a position where I'm going to move my mother down to Atlanta with me and just be able to spend whatever time we have together here on this earth, just loving the very first woman that I was supposed to fall in love with. And at one time I used to want a reason for what she did to me. And no matter what she said, it wasn't good enough. But I don't need a reason anymore. See, my ego needed a reason. My ego needed a reason. Does your ego need a reason? But when you let love step in and kill that ego, love doesn't need a reason. Love just loves. Love just loves because that's what it's programmed to do. That's all it can do. And I take it a little bit further, since my last name is Jones already. It just happens to go with me. Love Jones just loves. Love Jones just loves. So with that being said, went through a lot, but wasn't planning on being 2 hours and 37 minutes. Man, you guys know I can hold down a seminar by myself. I don't need nobody else, right? So, with that being said, oh my God, Miss Shakita Stevenson. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know you're here. And Miss Stevenson, you are someone that I respect so much. Someone that I know we share so many things together in our journeys of life. And just grateful to have you here. I'm not sure how long you were in it or if you've seen it from the beginning, but I just had a moment in my life that I've been waiting 47 years for, to reconnect with my mom. And here's the thing. I'll tell you how far this whole women's empowerment, women's real estate and entrepreneur lyceum, the things that I've been doing in my life up to this point, I've been doing it and I wasn't even happy. Doing it because I knew how to do it. I'm programmed to do it. I know how to do real estate deals. I know how to do business. I know how to sell. I know how to set up the nonprofits, the community redevelopment. I know how to get the money. So oftentimes we just do things on autopilot because that's what we know how to do. But imagine what you can do when you're happy, when you know who you are, you're walking in your purpose, you know your assignment, and then you can come together with other people that don't care about your past, don't care about what's happened in the past. That's like been my thing, because as I told my own story, I don't believe in letting nobody else write my story. I'll be like, look, give me that pen. I'm going to tell, this is what really happened. Because so many times we can even look at stuff in the papers, on the news, and because what I went through, I'm telling you that everything that you read is not true. But at the end of the day, I just want to surround myself by people who are about love, just giving off love, want to lift up and empower other people. And the whole reason for me even coming to this, once again, I watched my mentor do it, Mr. Schwab. I watched him do it. I watched the way he gave back to women and made a difference. And by watching him, I probably would have did it back then, but when he first showed, I met him in 2011. But see, all things work together for the good, right? For those that love the Lord. And understand this also. Every single one of us, oh, thanks, Shaquita, I love you too, you know that. Every single one of us have a ministry inside of us. We get so caught up into man-made religion. We start chasing things outside of us that have always been inside of us. And all of our journeys is personal. And until you discover who you really are, understand your royalty, understand that you're co-creator, understand that you are heirs and joint heirs. Until we understand that fully and understand that the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven is within, it's always been there. And what does that mean? Because you hear it, you even read it in your Bible. What does that mean? Well, this is what God showed me. We have to get to a level of consciousness that we understand the power, that we can kill the ego. Let me tell you, if I didn't kill my ego, there's no way in the world I could ever pick up that phone and call my mother knowing the things that she's done to me. How many of us are in that situation in life where we've just been holding on to hurt, holding on to pain, and then reenacting it out, holding on to fear, falling into this whole self-fulfilling prophecy that's surrounded around fear, doubt, and anger. So when you're surrounded by fear, doubt, and anger, how can you have a positive outlook on life? If there's no positive outlook on life, there's no positive attitude. If there's no positive attitude, there's no high altitude. If there's no high altitude, you can't even get around other people on that level. Remember, I always say it's different levels. Different levels. And we have to understand that the very life that we're living, the very place that we live, the very people in our circles, all determines the quality of life that we're going to live, that we lead. Now, with that being said, you can always look around at where you are in life right now, and you can begin the change in your life. You see, the reason that I can talk from experience. Like, I grew up in Southfield Village, Stamford, Connecticut. Not even there anymore, knocked it down, right? The way you see the world is only a reflection of what's inside of you. If you live in a fear-based world, you're focused on fear-based negative things. When you understand the universal laws, you guys always hear me say this. This is what billionaire taught me this. And that's why I know I'm on my path now to becoming a billionaire. Because I'm doing the things that he showed me. The movies now. We set up the movie company, right? The apartment buildings, right? Like, come on, you just got to figure out, once you find out what to do, what your calling is, what your purpose is, you just do it over and over and over and over and over. If I would have known, just imagine, we all say this, well, if I would have knew this then, what I know now, but if you would have knew it then, you wouldn't have taken the left when you took a left, so that wouldn't have ended you up over on the position that allowed you to fail, which would allow you to over and over and over and over again, make mistakes, keep taking you off the course, right? Go through what you went through while God is building this. It's like you being in a cocoon and you taking you from a caterpillar to this butterfly that you don't even know that you can fly. Caterpillar doesn't know that he can fly after he goes through some things. So we want to fly, but we don't want to go through the metamorphosis. We want the rainbow, but we don't want to go through the rain. Well, instead of blaming everything on a devil, what if you really believe that all things work together for the good for those that love the Lord? What if you really believe that you don't know the plans that he has for you to prosper? Plans not to harm you, but plans for you to prosper. What if you really believe that? And that's what you focused on, understanding, just like in the book, The Alchemist, right? If you haven't read that book, please tell me you read the book, The Alchemist. You understand that just like Santiago, that you're off for your Mecca and it's a personal journey. And when you understand that he's a sheep herder, right? And you understand that if you don't go and attack your dreams and look for your Mecca, or you just want to vicariously live your life through someone else, or you let someone else's self-defeating, limiting thoughts keep you down because they couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. Come on now. But when you understand that if you don't try, if you don't jump in with 2 feet, if you're that sheep herder like we all are in life, if all else fails, you can always go back to being a sheep herder. So go out and let's stop this conspiracy. The conspiracy that says because you were born here, you got to stay here. The conspiracy that says that you're going to just defame other people because they're going through things, not understanding that they had to go through that for God to work through them so that they can become the person that they are today. There's a metamorphosis going on and there's a conspiracy going on. And I'm going to help end that conspiracy. Let me see what's going on over here. That's right. When you know God is in control, I see you, Shaquita. That's right. If you ladies don't know who Miss Shaquita Stevenson is there, go and friend her and tell her that you was on the live where you know me. And when you watch, you'll see how amazing she is. All right. And once again, I'm looking for people that want to start this whole movement of women empowerment. Right? Women empowerment. Because I watched my moms when she went through that divorce. It's like she gave up on life. And it was her mindset, thinking that she couldn't do anything else, thinking that because she already had kids, nobody else is going to want her, thinking that whatever the self-limiting beliefs are, thinking that she can't bounce back. So my job is to take the skills that I've learned over the years and to be able to teach women around this world. This is going to be global. Pieces of a Dream. It's going to be global. We already have them. And so I'm going to let you know what that date is. It's going to be September, right? Once again, the real estate side, we're going to rent buses, take you around the city of Detroit to show you, listen, they're giving properties where you can buy a home for $1,000. You can buy a home for $500. I have the contracting crew, so nobody's going to take you, right? I got the crew. We're going to do these rehabs, right? Going to show you how to set up your nonprofit. Going to show you how to get that community block grant money. Going to show you how to just feel empowered. Show you how to, the art of sales. Show you the art of marketing and advertising. Show you how to add value to the marketplace so that no matter what a man does, no matter if he leaves, takes all the money, you'll be like Shawnee O'Neal, right? While Shaq is out doing his thing, you basically just taking your money, you buying your real estate, you're controlling your properties, you're creating your own economy. I'm going to show you how to do it. There's going to be other people that come along in the journey that's going to contribute to it also. Show you how to do it. People that have been black sheep that are now black lions. We're helping people, taking you from a black sheep to black lions. They can helping you become homeowners. Ladies, you can own a home. I don't care what your credit is. You can own a home. We want to get it fixed, of course, but you can own a home right now, regardless of what your credit is. No bank is going to tell you this. No mortgage broker is going to tell you this. At the end of the day, I'm just proud and thankful of where I am today, who I am today, and I wouldn't have changed anything. Listen, I used to be out on the street selling drugs. I used to do all these different things in the streets that I'm not even proud of, but to know that I had to go through those things to get to this point right here was all worth it. And it was all God's plan. At the end of the day, it was all God's plan. Now I'm going to come back on tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. And on Sundays, I show you what God has shown me on the side for knowing who we are and the specific plan for creating wealth, specific plan for leaving your job, specific plan for becoming financially free, where you have enough passive income coming in to sustain you so that now you can get time freedom, learn how to think like a bank. And just imagine if you had the time to tap into your creativity, to go back to when you were 7, 8 years old and remember the dreams that you had. And now you have passive income coming and you don't depend on no employer. You can be just like me, being home, doing whatever it is that you want to do, using internet, using Facebook advertising, using closeouts, using all the things that I've had, and using the power of advertising to attract anything you want in life. You don't have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. All right? So, thank you for sticking in with me for all this time. I'm going to continue to put out the real, no fluff, no magic beans, no smoke screens. Continue to put out the real and continue to show my life. Continue to show when I do the deals. Continue to show when we get the 100,000, 50,000, 20,000. So you can see that not only is he telling you this is what he does. This is his life. I'm going to continue coaching people. I'm going to show you how to coach people. I'm going to show you how to take your life experience and turn it into a high-paying consulting business, just like I do, right? There's no need to struggle. You got to know who you are. You got to know that you're loved. Got to know that you're royalty. So, from Love Jones to all of you, I look forward and I'm honored to be in a position, and humbled to be in a position to be the conduit to take women from wherever they are to wherever they want to be. And because I do the seminars, I want to bring you back on stage to tell your story to other women who are going through some things, who are in abusive relationships, who can't leave, who have daddy issues, don't know how to create income in a halfway house, transition. I'm going to show you also how to get the land. So from now on, I'm not going to say the man who owns the land own the people on the land. I'm going to say the woman who owns the land own the people on the land. So I'm going to show you how to get the land. All right. I'm going to show you how I put this 150-acre land project together. I'm going to show you how you can do it. When I tell you and show you stuff, it's not even about me. It's to say, this dude who was a victim of child abuse, grew up in the projects, got caught up in some court stuff, almost went to prison for 10 years. Everybody turned their back on him, the church, these people, that people, saying all these different things about him. He just disappears off the scene, runs into a billionaire in Orlando, Florida, that shows him the game, shows him how to invest in apartment buildings with none of my money. My bad, $1 down. Invest in an apartment, no credit, no money. And then raise the funds to fix it. Start the real estate syndicates. And then he also showed me how to set up the movie company. So for those who have been following me, we have the film company now. That God has sent the actor to me that had sent me a script. I have a movie script in front of me, which I'm going to fund now. We're going to be doing independent films around the country. So I say this to say, I'm no different than anybody. Well, that's not true. We're all the same in God's eyes. We're all the same. Now, my hustle might be different than yours. My grind might be different than yours. My confidence might be different than yours because you haven't gotten to this point of enlightenment yet. But it's all a journey. It's all a journey. And if you're willing to take it step by step, understand that this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And understand that when you learn how to truly add value to the marketplace, you learn how to set up your portfolios, real estate, or different investments that you have coming in, that nothing's going to stop. And you can now teach your children how to do this. It's a ripple. It causes a ripple effect. it really causes a ripple effect. So what I want to do, I'm looking for people that are looking for me. I do the real estate deals. I told you earlier, I'm interviewing people who want to do some high-end deals with me. Got to bring something to the table. This is not for a newbie. This is for somebody who's bringing something to the table. You're bringing cash to the table. You're bringing credit to the table. You know, I'm bringing the wisdom to the table. I'm a community partner in Detroit, right? We can do some things. They're giving stuff away here, guys. Honestly, they're giving properties away. A couple $1,000, $500, $2,000, $3,000 that can be fixed up. Put 10 grand into them and you sell them for 80,000, 90,000. I'm not talking about some little slums in the city of Detroit. There's different pockets and areas there. I've been here long enough. I know what's good. I know what's not good. So don't just fall into believing that there's nothing here or it's just only what you see on CNN, because I know that the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dan Gilbert, I know that the Illages, Pizza, Little Caesar, I know the sports teams. I know the jobs that are coming back. See, I know this because I have the master development plan to the city. And these are things that you need to learn. You need to learn how to sit up in that city meeting. You need to learn how to sit up in planning and zoning, know who the guy is. You need to learn to ask for the master development plan for the city in your town so you can know what's coming, so you can prepare when everybody else is speculating. You know. And you go to the places that other people can't see because you have the vision from 5 years or 10 years. See, listen, oh man, our people perish. For what? What we perish for? If you're serious about changing your life, if you're serious about learning from somebody who's learned this. Hey, Kevin Wesley, we're going to be talking a little bit later. It pays to know. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just imagine these people who have stepped out on faith, who've been ridiculed by other people. Right? Lack of knowledge, Kevin. Who've been ridiculed by other people. The very same ones that people, oh, that's the devil, oh, that's that, because they've been going through their journey. Right? And we all go through a journey. We all go through a metamorphosis period. What if you've seen all of us come together on seminars and stages and everybody's successful? Everybody looks like you. Everybody's telling their story. What if you saw that? One of the things that I'm working on, probably shouldn't even say it right now, but I am. I'm working on setting up, getting started, doing the research and everything to start my own credit union. I have a philosophy on, because I grew up in church, and I've watched my mother spend all her tithe money in church. And then when we need money because the lights was getting cut off, they had to have a board meeting about it. And they met once a month. And when they met, it was too late because our lights was off. Or somebody just tell, we're going to pray for you. We're going to pray that your lights get cut back on. We're going to pray that the lights get cut off, that they don't get cut off. Nah, I know something better. I know how to create. I know how to build a legacy. I know how to leave a legacy. I know how to leave an inheritance for my children's children. And if that's something that you're interested in, ladies, got to be at this conference. I'll have all the information. Hope the latest Wednesday. Just watch what we're doing. I'm going to put a little page up, a little one-pager. You can put your name and email in. Let me know what your gift is because we're going to work on that. Once you sign up for the conference is $997 for the first, I think, 30 days in the beginning, the early bird. Then it's going to go up to $1497. Like I said, we will be going out on a real estate tour investments. You're going to have an opportunity to buy properties right here in Detroit. You're going to know that they're good. You're going to know they're in a good area. And you're going to know that I have a team of contractors that will help you with that also. Right? So we're going to teach you how to set up some things. If you don't have a business, I'm going to have Chase Bank out there also. I'm going to have some different bankers. There's going to be some sponsors out there. A lot of things going on. This is really going to be an empowerment seminar for women. I'm not even worried about the dudes no more. Like my heart now is focused on women because women are a rock. You're a rock. Like I don't want to see another woman go through what my mother went through. All right. So if you're interested in partnering up with me, having me come to I got seminars going on all over with this. I have invitations to come to Africa. I have invitations to come to London. I have an invitation to come to the Philippines. This is going to be global. Pieces of a Dream. It's the very name of my company that was burned up, went down in fire. People crucified me, said I was doing this, I was cheating, I was stealing, I was doing all this stuff. The very name God is bringing back to the forefront. And it was given to me in a dream. You want to talk about transference of wealth? You want to talk about being the lender and not the borrower? You want to talk about real heirs and joint heirs? You want to talk about how royalty does it? You want to talk about being the head and not the tail? It's one thing to read about it and jump up and down about it and talk in 500 different languages. But how do you really do it? What's the plan? What's the written goals? Don't leave the emotional stuff outside. We're going to do what works. It's been proven over and over and over. The person that I learned it from, she was doing it. The person that he learned it from, they were doing it. And there's a specific way to attract money. Not make money, not work for somebody. Attract it to you. You become a money magnet. And then there's a way also I got to show you your money, that money thermostat that we all have, that's set real, real low. We're going to reprogram that. We're going to reprogram that at the 3-day event. There's no religion going on. Straight up knowledge, straight up facts, straight up plans, straight up going out in the field to see what I'm talking about. Oh my God, 3 hours? I've been talking for 3 hours? Are you kidding me? Hey, what I like to do, one last go around. I just want to open up the phone line for anybody that has any type of comments. You like it, you love it, you hate it, screw me, I'm not real, whatever. I'm real, I've been a blessing in your life, whatever. One last round. Call in at 313-367-2978. I'll put the number up here. Put the number up here again. All right. Call in now. Let me know what you think. You could be a leader. You could be anyway. Every voice matters to me. I just love to hear people. I love to know that the light bulb is going off. I love to know that somebody was inspired. I love to know that I've just made a difference in someone's life. I love to know that I'm spreading love. Love Jones. Love Jones. So give me a call. 313-367-2978. Everybody has a voice. Everybody's opinion matters. It don't have to be a woman calling in. You could be a man. You know, just like to know what you think about this. I have it all written out. The plan is written out. The plan is written out. The plan is written out. It's coming. It's real. It's written out. It's written out. I've taken the time to write it out. It's real. It's real. All right? Anybody want to call in before I leave out? 313. Say hi to me. Say whatever. Say you hate me. Say whatever. I don't care. I'm way past the point where I care about what people think, you know? So, Freddie, come on in. Call in, brother. Call in, Freddie. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, I love everyone. I got love for people. Sometimes we got to have come to Jesus moments, but or come to whoever moment. But, at the end of the day, if you're a part of, if you're feeling what I'm feeling, once again, listen, I'm about growth. I'm about love. I'm about sharing. I'm about spreading. I'm about helping other people. You know, so many of us, we got the spiritual side, but like I always say, like life is like a rehab project. We're all like a house, a rehab project. Some rooms are good. Some rooms you might not want to go in there. Some rooms you may see that yellow caution tape, like warning, warning, Will Robinson, warning, don't go in there, right? Some rooms are like that. So here's my philosophy. It's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. It's my philosophy. Hello, Cecil speaking. Who's calling?
Yeah, Cecil. Freddie?
Hey there, Freddie. What's going on? Uh-oh, I lost you?
No.
Okay, there you go. I got you. What's going on, Freddie?
Yeah, well, there might be a lot of background noise now because I'm traveling and I'm not in the car. I'm on public transportation, and so I want to make sure that the background noise isn't interfering with your ability to hear me.
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay, I missed a lot of it because I was on the bus, but I did hear a lot of the beginning and what your focus is as far as bringing all the women together. So, of course, I'm at the point to where what our exchanges has been, and so I just need to know where all that stands as far as the real estate and what our previous agreement was to bring people in, or how does all that work now? Because I know that this real estate thing can really be profitable, but I also know what I need. I know the training that I need. I know the exposure that I need to get me started. And, like I told you previously, we had used your one training and had actually produced some leads, but, we've been stuck at an impasse because we've never done this before. And so the place that we were able to get to was like as far as we felt confident to take it because, we don't know how to make that deal actually go through and everything that we need to know so that we don't make any potential mistakes that if we had the guidance that we wouldn't make. So that's kind of where I am, just wondering how all this is going to manifest now that you have announced what you're doing now.
Okay. I mean, that's a great question. I believe I answered it before when you had the same concern. I know how to automate things, right? And it's all about automation. And anyone that's looking to become wealthy, you have to have multiple streams of income coming in, right? So this is one of the multiple streams. The things that I've set up already, those are continue to go through. That part of it does not need me there every single day, talking to you every single day. It's a video process that will be set up inside of modules, inside of an online system, which you can go in and tap in at your will, at your leisure. So you'll still be able to go through those things. And because all of that is automated, it now leaves me the time to say, okay, we're going to have a Facebook group here, a membership site over here, and I'll do a weekly call where I'm going to continue to give you live training, live Q&A, so that you can be comfortable to go. I've been doing this for a long time, Freddie. Right. So I understand that you may not understand the process, but understand that I'm an expert at the process. Right. So I say that to say whatever we've started, that doesn't go away. Okay. All right. It's just that this is an addition, and that whole part will be automated. All right.
And now, what's so kind of amazing and even funny is that as you came up with this initiative for women, I was actually contacted by a entrepreneur that has a specifically designed product for women, and I got to send you the video. I'm not going to even talk about it or anything. I'm just going to send you the video and let you feel the magic of it yourself. Again, once it hits your spirit and you see the viability of it, then I'm sure that you will take whatever action is necessary to take full advantage of it. But I'm going to send you the video, and then, you just go from there.
Okay, and that's great. That's cool. You can send a video, but here's something that I know also. I just want to say this. And I think that a lot of times that people will not become successful in their own gift that God has given to them. And one thing that I want to say is that just through life experience, I know that what God has for me is for me. And it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing on the sidelines. It doesn't matter if somebody's duplicating it, if it kind of looks like it a little bit. It doesn't matter, because what I have in me, just like what you have inside of you, is for you if you're going to tap into it. So that's great that other people can be other things, but I hear from God, just like we all hear from God, and I follow the voice. Every time I follow the voice, big things happen. When I don't follow the voice, things go awry. So I understand that what you're saying, but there's a plan right here that I'm following. This is not, I didn't just pick this up off the ground and say, let me try it out. There's a plan, and everything rolls out in time.
Right.
All right?
Well, that's very reassuring. That's extremely reassuring. Hey, Deborah, that's extremely reassuring, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the information as far as how everything is going to be set up. So, yeah, I thank you for giving me that word so that I can continue to do what I've already set in motion to do.
Absolutely. And also, even though we're doing this stuff for women, I still need other men's help, right? So there's a lot of opportunities that's going to stem off of this. Once again, I know what my calling is. I know what my ministry is. And for people who can see it and feel my heart, if they come in, they come in. If not, well, the right people will always come along, right?
Yes.
All right.
You go with it. Don't go nowhere.
All right, Fred. Thanks for calling, and I definitely appreciate you, man.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm trying to do three things at one time. I'm in the rain talking to you, and then
all right, that's okay.
For my neighbor. So yeah, thank you so much, Cecil. And I will just be waiting the other instructions later on.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, a lot of times we fall into that, and I fall into it too. Oh, I can't do this because something over there looks like this. Well, they can't do it like me. They're not programmed to do it like me. They don't have the mind that I have. They don't have the DNA that I have. They don't have the fingerprints that I have. So when God assigns something specifically to you, just remember, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You stick to your calling, work in your assignment. We all got our own lane. You got to stay in your own lane, all right? We stay in our own lane. Anybody else want to call in? 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. Ladies, men, ladies. I look for people that are looking for me. I look for people that can add value to what I'm doing. I'm very appreciative of that. And I pay attention and I look and I obviously will make the final call on the direction that I'm going because I understand this is my gift. And I understand that other people have gifts also. And it's really all about just seeing if that gift meshes with your gift. God speaks to everyone, speaks to every one of us. And I just want to continue to be that blessing to people and just put my gifts out there, put my gifts out there. And that's what I'll continue to do. One last call, last round for alcohol, right? 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. You want to say hi? You want to say you like my hat? You don't like my tie? Whatever. You need some help with business, a business question, sales question, nonprofit question, church question. This is it. Once again, when you're walking in your calling, doors just open. Doors just open up, right? If you haven't figured yours out, let's talk about it. My gift is that I can sit down with anybody, and in 10 minutes, we discover what their passion is, what their purpose is, their assignment is, show you how to extract that, put it into a format that will allow you to add value to the marketplace. Show you how to take that dream and turn it into green. Show you where the money is, where the funding is. A lot of you have ideas. You have ideas. You got things that are patented. You got things that, are patent pending. There's things that you want to do. Well, pieces of a dream. When you understand that you are a piece, I am a piece to that dream. I am a piece to that puzzle. You are a piece. You understand alchemy. Alchemy is somebody that can take that coal, that lump of coal, and they can extract the impurities and turn it into gold for you. We have to look for alchemists. We have to look for the signs. We have to always beware. God is only going to give us the plot of land. It's up to us what we do with it from there. So what seeds are going to use? That's up to you. What are you going to use? A mule? You're going to use a rake? What are you going to tend this ground with? That's up to you. You can't ask God that. He's already given you everything that you need inside of you. Already given it to you. So whatever seed you decide to plant, that's on you. If your ground stays bare, no flowers, no fence, no hedges, no nothing. It's because you, as the farmer, chose to be lazy and not do anything and just wait on God. I've decided to take the land that was given to me in its raw state and to go out and put some good seed, plant some good seed in some fertile ground to get a harvest, just like a farmer. If he's lazy, ain't nobody gonna eat. His family's not gonna eat. But if he gets up and does what he has to do with his assignment, buys the seed, buys the rake, buys the shovel, buys the lawnmower, gets the weeds out, protects it from the sun, waters it, you will get a good harvest. You will. It's God's job to bless it after you start it. So we have starters and we have finishers. All right? So, with that being said, guys, I think I'm going to tap out. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I ran out of water here. So I'm gonna get moving. Okay, I gotta get going, get the rest of my day. I got so much stuff going here to help you guys, to bring you the absolute best events to help you tap into to your greatness and to your spirit man or your spirit woman now. And just looking forward to being a blessing. Understanding I'm blessed to be a blessing to other people. So that being said, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and for those reasons, I'm out. Have an awesome, wonderful, awesome sauce Saturday. How do you cut this off? Oh, can't cut it off. What's going on? Frozen. There we go.